All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Buffalo Sports Center stream. It's me. I'm Don. We're back for Game 2 here of the Stanley Cup Playoffs between the Buffalo Sabres and the Boston Bruins. Isaac is back in chat. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Connell. That feels like a very Italian last name. Is it Italian? We got 28 people already in chat. We got a few minutes here before puck drop. My hair is all strewn about. I've been studying for most of today and trying to get as many notes for my dispute resolution class down as possible. And we just got it off. Just got it all into the one note before the stream. But it's okay. I'm always prepared. I'm well prepared. I'm well prepared to talk about Game 2 here between the Sabres and Bruins. Of course, the Sabres won on Sunday night. I was live for that stream. You all were with me for that. It was a pretty lackluster game from Buffalo for the first 52 minutes of the hockey game, but something switched. Something happened. The mantra of the last stream was get a goal and you open the floodgates, and that happened. Tage Thompson got the seal broken for Buffalo, and after that, Boston just unraveled. Their defensemen wilted under the pressure. They were not mobile. They are not mobile, and it got exposed. The Sabres, with their relentless forecheck, wore Boston down. But let's look at what Boston did well for the first 52 minutes. They were suppressing shots. They were keeping the Sabres to the outside. They converted on the few chances that they did. And one thing that I'm going to be looking for here in Game 2 is whether or not Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen will be swimming in his crease once again. He struggled a bit in Game 1. He didn't face too many high-danger opportunities, but when he did, he was always out of position or he lost sight of the puck. So hopefully that doesn't happen here because Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, the Sabres can't afford to have him not playing up to his normal level. And we've seen what his top level can be. He can shut down an opposing team. And the Sabres are going to need that from him tonight. But we are moments away from puck drop, folks. Drop a like and subscribe if you are new. This channel, we have been gaining subscribers out of the wazoo. We're up to, actually in the last 20 minutes, we gained another 6 to 8 subscribers. I think it's 8. 6 here. Let me update. But yeah, join the community. It's going to be great. Lucas is in the chat. Zachary Weston, G. Nice. Hello, guys. Resman, Sawyer. Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great and stuff, right? Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I'm excited. Me screaming and going crazy during Game 1. I don't anticipate me having that same sort of attitude here tonight. First, because this isn't going to be my first playoff game in 15 years. It's been 2 days. Secondly, it's Game 2. Again, one thing that we need to take into consideration here, with every single game that the Sabres play in these postseason, is that it's only one game. You can play either 16 or 28, doesn't matter, but you got to take it one game at a time. Don't get lost in the big picture here. Just focus on what's in front of you right now. And also, for my voice's sake, my voice is still not recovered from screaming on Sunday night. It's still scratchy. I can feel it. So that's going to be great. Bruce, thank you for the subscription. We appreciate it. Audio is gone. My audio should be right there. Let me make sure it's... Yeah, Anthem time. I see the chat is trying to spell stuff. Doesn't seem like they're all coordinated, though. Palm Coast, Florida. Mr. BC, thank you for joining us. Have you, Mr. BC, do you know who Palm Beach Pete is, by any chance? It's a great guy that came here. Audio broke. Audio is fine. Okay, you can hear me? You can hear me. Are we good? Is there... Sawyer, why are you gaslighting the chat, Sawyer? My phone is bugging. That's right, you are the problem, not me. I'm never the problem. I'm never anyone's problem, okay? I'm always great. I do my work, and I do a fantastic job at that. So right now we got some national anthems here. Oh, Canada, and then the U.S. national anthem. And people I saw on Twitter who aren't familiar with Sabres games, they're wondering, well, both of these teams are from America. Why are they singing the O Canada, the Canadian national anthem? And the simple reason is, if you go outside of the KeyBank Center in downtown Buffalo and you look across the river, you're in Canada. It's right there. Buffalo is on the border. It's a border city. It is right next to Fort Erie, and Niagara Falls is just up about 45 minutes. So that's why they sing both the Canadian national anthem and then the American national anthem. Boston will be on Thompson like white on rice tonight. Oh, yeah. I was surprised they let him go, but Tage Thompson took over game one. Sabres are going to need something, again, kind of like that effort from him tonight. But I'm really looking at that second line. So where's my Josh Norris? Where's Jordan Greenway? Where's Jason Zucker? Zucker had a couple good chances, but he's got to convert. Jack Quinn really got it going as the game went on, and that's a great sign. Zach Benson, I thought he was his typical pest self, so that was fantastic. So I live in Indiana? If you're referencing the national anthems, a large portion of the Sabres fan base travel across the river from Canada. A large chunk of Bills and Sabres fans come from southern Ontario, southern Canada. And it's just been a tradition that they've always done. At the Yum Center. Yeah, and of course, I got my water and I got my Bapple with me right here. We're going to have a good stream, folks. It's going to be fantastic. Bapples just came out like a day or two ago. Yeah, Josh Norris was really weak, and a big part of his game has to be faceoffs. Faceoffs need to be won. Boston kind of dominated Buffalo in that stat line on Sunday night. Sabres are going to need to reverse that, because you're always, when you lose a faceoff, you're always chasing the play. You already lost possession, and when you're on the power play, for example, that can be a huge killer. But look at that. The Sabres fans got their towels waving right now. I wonder if ESPN's going to fix their audio. Oh, and there's Josh Allen. Josh Allen's going to beat the drum. Oh, yeah. The whole crowd goes wild. So game one, it was Rick Jeanneret's widow, Sandra Jeanneret, Cupcake, and now it's Josh Allen wearing an Alex Tuck jersey. This is peak energy right here. Josh Allen banging the drum. You love to see it, chat. And he just throws away the baton, and he's gonna chug a beer. That's my quarterback. That's my quarterback. I'm not gonna pour any. He just poured alcohol on himself. I don't need to pour any honey, not this time. And why the hell is my chair so broken? Oh, that is great. That is great. Just to get the crowd going, just a little bit more, Josh Allen is out there. And it appears we are ready for puck drop here at center ice. We are off. First line's out for each side. Tage Thompson wins it back to Samuelson. They'll go up the far side, chip this one into the Bruins zone. The goal light was on behind Swayman. I don't know why. Puck knocked down at center ice. And it finds Tage Thompson on the turnover. It finds a shot straight into the gut of Swayman. An early turnover already by the Boston Bruins defenseman. Along the four boards, it was Charlie McAvoy. And he's barking at the refs for a high stick right now, but the big doofus doesn't understand that. You can't do that. You can't turn the puck over. That's my quarterback. Yes. MSG scorebug is wrong already. Why? What do they have? 1-0 Buffalo? MSG's fantastic. Alrighty, another face-off here in the offensive zone. Boston wins it. They'll migrate up the near side with Morgan Geekie. He got one of the Boston goals in that game one. He'll guide the puck into the corner, helped there by Pasternak. And again, this was the one Boston line that was really dangerous in game one, and they caused a turnover here. Puck loose in the high slot. Geekie and Elias Lindholm battling away for it. Sabres swatted to the corner. Now Dahlin will go up the boards. Can't get it out. Now it does. Ooh, Benson just got ran over by Zadorov. Look at Zadorov. So Boston trying to throw around the bodies here tonight. And we got some shuffling going on along the far boards. Elias Lindholm eventually will go off to the bench. But here's McLeod with his speed into the zone. Quinn sending this one out in front. Right into the crease. Swayman will cover it up. Your dyslexia. It's all good. It's all good. Dude, this chair. Oh, it keeps sliding down on me. I'm short, but I don't need to be shorter on camera. Oh. It looks like we got a couple of early penalties here. We're going to go off for a hold, and then I think we're going to coincidental is Elias Lindholm. So I mentioned earlier in that play Elias Lindholm getting involved with a Sabres player, and appears that is the case. It seems like it'll be 4-on-4 hockey. No, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen and Swayman are both the starters here tonight for Buffalo and Boston. But it was Elias Lindholm and Dahlin. Dahlin's just sort of hugging him. Yeah, Dahlin wanted them to let the play go, the refs. Don's 5'9" for real? Yeah, I am. Alright, so Tage leaning into this face-off here. Boston wins it back to their defenseman, and McAvoy will slow things down a bit. Near side to Hampus Lindholm. Lindholm will shoot it into the far corner. It's a set play. Kuznetsov tracks the puck down. Here he goes. Up to the line here for Lindholm. Slides it across. McAvoy with a shot looking for the deflection. Missed everybody. Tuck finds it on the near side boards. Leaves it for Tage, and he will skate forward. Tage, far side now for Power. Power sees a man towards the net. Shot. Oh, the rebound sat right there. Power couldn't get it to go by Swayman. Here's Byram now at center ice. He'll spin around as the Sabres make a couple of line changes. McLeod with a nice move at center. He'll move into the Boston zone. To the outside he goes. Forced outside by Lowry. He'll curl back at the blue line. Stanley with a one-timer into the pads of Swayman. Kicked out here to Zacha, and he will clear it out of the zone. So Buffalo's already putting some pressure here on Swayman. He's going to be busy again tonight. It's okay, Don. I'm 5'7". Yeah. Just don't ask Victor's how tall I am. Here's Benson leaving it in his own zone. Going to the outside. Buffalo looking for a man at the back post. Benson was there. I think it caught the glove of Swayman first. Benson took the net off its moorings. And oh, Norris is getting a little agitated here with Mason Lowry. They get involved. But Benson was driving the net hard. He was unfortunate not to get a deflection. Swayman read the play well and gloved it down. But look at Samuelson throwing it to the back post. Ooh, actually, Benson did get a piece of it. Swayman had to make the stop. I thought he had plucked it out of the air on initial sight, but no, Benson caught a little piece of it, and then he crashed into the post and Swayman. And Pavel Zacha ran his own goalie down. But the puck never crossed the goal line. So the Sabres, again, just like the game one, Sabres get that first goal here early, settle themselves in, put Boston on the back foot here. Don't let them get into their same sort of defensive, park the bus kind of style that they had for the first 52 minutes of game one. So face-off just outside the Boston zone. Buffalo wins it. That's a good sign. Tage is winning face-offs here tonight. Bro is dialed in. Here's Tage. Far side. Byram along the boards. Centers this one. Power in the high slot. It was looking near side. Top corner. Missed. Now Boston can return. Here's Arvidson skating to the corner. Tage throws him off to the corner. Gives him a little extra shot after, too. Just for good measure as Tuck to the blue line. He'll toss it to the outside here. Tage just avoiding the check of McAvoy. Things getting already very chippy here as both teams get back to full strength. But Boston now controls. This is going to be annoying, isn't it, this chair? God damn it. Ugh. It's a big crowd here for game two in Buffalo as Boston goes forward here. They'll throw one on goal. Luukkonen sticks it aside, and puck will bounce to the near boards. Greenway can glove it down and backhand this into the Boston corner. Swayman played it to the corner, but good forecheck there by Malenstein, holding play up Peak is trying to just leave it along the boards. But eventually Boston gets it away, and Jeannot looking to go far side. Jeannot throws it in. Luukkonen, oh, he just decked a player behind the net, trying to get back to his guy. And now there was a guy who got dumped down at center ice as Buffalo keeps moving forward. Stanley with a shot on goal. Swayman makes the save. The second rebound is covered up. And now everything is getting messy here. Zadorov just took a player down after the whistle sounded. It was Malenstein. And we got a whole bunch of guys involved behind the net. This game is getting gritty here. Jeannot throws another guy down. It's a 10-man scrum right now. Boston is trying to throw Buffalo around. Did they not see how that ended up for Tampa? Did they not see that? I guess teams will need to learn. Nikita Zadorov, being the dumbass he is, the dumb ox, throwing a guy down. He tore Samuelson's jersey. Rehan, what does ret mean? What is ret? What is that? What is a ret? Marcus, what's going on? We want to fight? I want to fight. Fights would be nice. Fights are fun. But fans are already waving the towels. This is fun. We're having a good time. But Ray Ferraro's speculating right now, and his great wisdom, he's expecting Zadorov to get a penalty out of this. Samuelson's helmet is broken. The strap came off during the melee. I'll send a dono, bro. But looking at this replay here, Luukkonen absolutely bodying Jeannot down to the ice. That was beautiful. And then just another look. ESPN showing what happened after the play. It was Zadorov throwing down... Yeah, I'm sorry. It was Josh Dunn, not Beck Malenstein. My goat would never do that. Oh, yeah. He's a beast. Guys, is my hairline getting worse, or is that just me? So, are we getting a power play here? The ref's about to announce. So Buffalo's gonna get a power play out of this. Nikita Zadorov is getting an extra. That's what you get, you dumb ox. That's what you get. Screw you.
I don't like power play people.
You're an ass. You're an idiot. And this is exactly what Boston doesn't want to do. Give Buffalo man advantages. I know we are, 0 for our last 26, but this is the playoffs. One of these power play opportunities is going to cash in here eventually for Buffalo. You don't want to keep giving us free opportunities. And that's exactly what Nikita Zadorov just did. Come on. All right. Oh, we got Dave Jackson, the most useless NHL rules analyst in the game. I know, we're all the regulars. They're all watching the game, Sawyer. But yep, power play time. But fortunately for Buffalo, this faceoff will come outside the Boston zone. So even if they lose it, Buffalo will be already that far back to retrieve it. Jack Eichel would be solid. All right, on cue, Boston wins the opening faceoff. AI's here, that's right. McAvoy will just send it down the length of the ice here. Ha, Joe, I don't know about that. Here's Dahlin working his way forward. He'll leave it back for Jack Quinn. See, this is exactly the kind of player I don't want carrying it across the blue line, because now he'll do that. He'll lose the puck. McAvoy sends it around the boards, not out. Norris keeping it in. His shot gets deflected, well wide. Boston gets the rebound and will send it back down the ice. Buffalo's just got to get set up. It's been, other than that first power play opportunity they haven't really found that opportunity. Norris just turned it over. Kastelik shorthanded. Stopped by Luukkonen. Norris committed the turnover. Kastelik the other way. Luukkonen coming up big. That's what they need from their number one. Here's Jack Quinn carrying it over the blue line. Sabres just about keep it in. And now they're set up. Maybe. Quinn has a roll off his stick. He gets it to the point for Dahlin. There's a shot right into the gut of Swayman. And now we have more jostling after the whistle. What a save, though. Yeah, absolutely. looking at this replay again, the Sabres just getting too cute at the blue line once more. Someone's just giving me issues. All right, we're just going to roll through the punches. All right, there we go. We're back. Oh, geez, Joe. Wow. Heart surgery. I hope you're doing okay. I hope the post-recovery is going well. Second power play unit out here for Buffalo. They get across the blue line. Can't keep possession, but Doan knocks down a clearing attempt. Doan trying to get this puck to the front of the net. He can't. Tuck will hold it in at the blue line. He'll drift down the boards again. Finds Doan at the point. Across to Byram. No shot yet. Byram holds. He'll play near side to McLeod. McLeod down low. Benson sweeps it in front. Missed the stick of Doan. He was at the back post. Now McLeod again. McLeod doesn't take the shot. His seam pass was blocked. Finds Byram, though. Sabres power play winding down. Benson with a shot to the front of the net. Finds Benson. Oh, what a big save by Swayman with the pad. And now Boston sends it down the other way. Here's Arvidson out of box. Arvidson. Big pad save by Luukkonen to make the save, and he will cover it up. Chances at both ends here for the Bruins and Sabres. Luukkonen with a couple of huge moments early in this hockey game. But I think that's going to be our cue to go to the commercial break. But he was coming out of the penalty box. He tried to deke out Luukkonen, but that 6'6" frame came in clutch for big UPL. Big toe save. Big dubs. You know, I'm going to chuck this. I'm going to pull Antonio Brown and chuck this chair out the window. This is really annoying me. Stay up. It's not cooperating. It's old, and the spring keeps trying to send me down, and it's like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Please and thank you. So stay up, chair. I don't have to keep adjusting. Does anyone know the score in the Tampa-Montreal game? Do we know? Does anyone know? Anyone in chat? I know they started before the Sabres game. But we are in an intermission right now. Ooh, geez, I'm a little scared for my computer. It's kind of choppy right now. Oh boy. Come on. This thing is not cooperating with me. 27 likes already. Let's go. Can we get to 30, please? Just like the video. Thank you, Marcus. Appreciate it. Whoa, here goes the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi was going a while ago. I wonder if we'll get... Because there was another scrum after that Victor Arvidsson chance. I wonder if the refs would just keep blowing and calling penalties. Oh, Leah Hextall. Alrighty, we're about to return. Oh yeah, Hingle. After we win. Dude, Don Sweeney is such an idiot. Leah Hextall was like, yeah, Don Sweeney told her that 52 minutes... Oh, well, actually, 52 minutes don't win a hockey game. He's absolutely right. 8 will, and it did. Buffalo, I love your vids. You're my second favorite YouTuber. I appreciate that, fantasy YouTuber. I really do. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much for the appreciation. We try our hardest. It's not like we're good or anything. But we're back into play here. Fourth line out for Buffalo. Dunn finds Samuelson, but it appears that Samuelson tried to clear the Sabres bench. So, another whistle. Alrighty. Another face-off. Dropped. Greenway, you gotta get that out of the zone, buddy. He gets it to the blue line. The defenseman throws it into the glove of Luukkonen, and Geeky again going after a couple of Sabres players. And now Beck Malenstein. There's David Pastrnak trying to draw a call. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, we're not going to get a fight there. Not out of that one, at least. So, Lindy Ruff just got a warning here from the referees that they're not going to let the debauchery continue. And they are also talking to Marco Sturm. Marco Sturm's like, they're doing it! Where? The more big and physical team is throwing our guys around. Oh! Yeah, Marco Sturm, I did that. Alright, another face-off here, controlled by the Bruins. Hampus Lindholm, his shot from the point, goes well wide of Luukkonen. Finds its maker on the far side. Lohrei sends it towards the corner, but Buffalo gets right back again. And they will go to the neutral zone before turning it over. There was a good play by Dunn to break up that pass. This game is already getting so physical. Did Boston forget who won game one? Hey! Greenway just throws a man down. I think that was Morgan Geekie. And we get a whistle here. I think the puck was stuck. It was stuck at the bottom of that pile. Buffalo, who did the drum? Josh Allen, quarterback for the Bills. Look at Ray Ferraro putting his hands up. See, you can tell who played in the NHL like a true vet. Rob Ray, he's the between the two benches guy for the Sabres. He just turns his shoulder. Ray Ferraro. Yeah, they're actually giving him crap for it. Alrighty, face-off here at center ice, won by the Bruins. They'll play it all the way back into their own end here. As Peyton Krebs puts the forecheck on, plays it far side. Tage just kind of kicked it towards the corner. Can't keep possession here for Buffalo. And now Boston the other way. Stanley had that puck in his skates. Here's Fraser Minton to the net. Missed the teammate's stick, and now Boston plays it up and out of play. Razor, hell yeah. Razor's legend. I'm really gonna kill this chair. I don't know what I gotta do. Do I gotta lose weight? I may have to. Well, we got 12:34 to go. No goals so far on this matchup here. It was around this time, I believe, when Boston scored their first. So we got past that. Here's Zucker off the faceoff, charging into the Bruin zone, sending that through the high slot. Couldn't find a teammate. Now play goes into the corner. Quinn, along with Zucker, putting the body on Aspero. But Boston with space the other way. Here's Arvidson. Arvidson, his shot off a leg of Connor Timmins, and that's what he does best. Connor Timmins, he's a shot muncher. That pass, though, didn't find Zucker. Stanley on the follow-up. Finally gets it out. Boston at center with Lindholm. Lindholm pulls up on the entry. He'll just throw it around to the far corner. Doan is there first, and he gets hit hard. There's a shot from the point that goes wide to Luukkonen. Lindholm, Hampus Lindholm at the near side point. Whoa. Are you kidding me? Buffalo is about to take a penalty here. Here's Jeannot with a shot that glances off the glove of Luukkonen. Pastrnak at the point, a shot blocked. Boston keeps possession here. They have it at the point once more with Lindholm. Lindholm plays it across the blue line. Eventually, Doan will touch it, and that'll draw a whistle. Buffalo will be going to the penalty kill here. So we're going to call for a hook. It's going to be Josh Doan. Yeah, I don't know about that. So Jeannot after the clearing. Again, I don't understand these hooks. I know that if you get this stick underneath the hands of a player, then it's going to get called as a penalty. But he lifted his stick. He lifted his stick. That doesn't make any sense. No. I don't think so. No, that's not the right call, Ray Ferraro. You're full of crap. All right, so Boston has a chance here with the man advantage. They win it to the point. McAvoy outside to Pastrnak. Pastrnak, his pass through the high slot. Can't find a maker. One of the Sabres don't have a stick. It's Alex Tuck. That allows... Oh, he actually kicked it towards the blue line and cleared it. Here's McAvoy now spinning around with it. To Pastrnak. Through center they go. Zacha across the Sabres blue line. He'll pull up there. Drifts towards the near side. Floats one to the far end. Finds McAvoy. McAvoy centering towards Zacha. Leaves it at the point for McAvoy. Far side now for Pastrnak. Curling off the face-off dot. He'll send it down low to Zacha. Zacha in front. Pastrnak on the one-timer just missed. And that shot will carry itself all the way out of the zone. Now McAvoy. McAvoy has his stick lifted at center, turns it over. Boston just plays it back. Greenway putting some pressure on. He's all over Zacha, and here's Greenway being held, trying to kick this one forward. The fans want to call, and rightly so. Wasn't that the same play we just got called for? Okay. We continue. Pucks move. Okay. Here's Fraser Minton. Across the blue line, finds Arvidson. Inside for Arvidson. He'll play it to the far corner. To James Higgins, the rookie out of BC. He's got it in the far corner. Plays it to the point. Lindholm, near side, Middlestat, back up top. No shot from Lindholm. He fakes, goes far side. Higgins quickly in to Minton. His shot blocked off the stick or leg of Timmins. But the puck carries to the far boards and held by Boston here. Middlestat. Oh, and there's going to be another call here on Buffalo. As there's another shot blocked. There's going to be a 5-on-3. Pastrnak with a shot blocked in front. Lindholm, far side looking for the stick of Higgins. He can't find it. Eventually it'll get touched up, but we're going to get another Sabres penalty here. The refs are just full of them. They are trying to even this series up. They are trying to even this series up, I swear. But we're going to get a 5-on-3 here for Boston. Connor Timmins is going to get a cross check. Yeah, in my dreams, Cupcake. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Lindy Ruff is upset on the bench. But we'll look at it in front of the bench. Oh my God! That is not a cross check. How many times do you see that during a game? Oh, Victor Arvidsson sold it. He sold it. He sold it. These refs are crap. Oh my God. So it's going to be 3 seconds here for 5-on-3 for Boston before 2 minutes of a regular power play. Or a minute 57, excuse me. Boston wins the faceoff, but it goes right to Samuelson. He will clear it down the ice. So the first man out of the box here for Buffalo. Boston will get another minute 50 here on the power play. McAvoy leaving it in his own zone for Zacha. He'll go up the near side. Up ice for Pastrnak. Pastrnak drifts. Goes back post. His pass just missed. Now here's Lindholm again. Is Zacha. Back to Lindholm. Boston lurking. Boston dangerous. Power can't clear. Held in at the blue line after that Elias Lindholm turnover. Zacha plays it towards the middle dangerously. Tuck's known for his shorthanded opportunities. But Boston continues to cycle it around here. With Zacha up top, McAvoy, no shot. McAvoy, near side to Pastrnak. His pass through the slot, missed the stick. Goes to the far corner. McLeod gets it and clears. Out to center ice it goes. Now here's Pastrnak drifting, moving. His pass back towards the D-man. Eventually finds it with McAvoy. Here he is again with 59 seconds to go on this power play. Pastrnak, his seam pass, bounces towards the front of the net. Luukkonen makes the initial save. Buffalo can clear. No, it is 5-on-4 hockey right now, Joe. Yeah, absolutely. They're getting paid off here. Arvidson now moving forward. He has Middlestat, far side. Higgins plays it to Lindholm at the point. Now they go in front on the touch pass. Minton stonewalled by Luukkonen. And that'll draw a whistle. I may have to switch up this chair. It's really pissing me off right now. The springs are all screwed up, I guess. Oh, it's okay, Joe. Don't worry. You're fine. But Minton couldn't get a ton on it. He was covered up nicely by the defenseman, but Luukkonen did his job, and again, that's what you want. These are the kind of saves that your goalie's going to have to make. I'm sure he got jealous watching Swayman at the other end do all these heroics. But Boston's been dominating in the faceoff dot. They win another one here to the point. Lindholm, his shot gets blocked off to the corner. It finds Middlestat. He'll play it down low to Minton. Minton far side. Jumps over the stick of Arvidson. Arvidson, nice tuck pass into the high slot. Higgins has to roll off his stick. And now the Sabres can clear. High up into the air and down the ice it goes. 10 seconds remain before Buffalo gets back to even strength. Here's Lindholm drifting up the near side with 4 to go. He'll just throw it around the boards, takes a weird bounce, and now it finds Tage Thompson. The Sabres can move forward here. Tage, he's got to get that puck out of the zone. He doesn't. Eventually, James Higgins, he's at the end of the shift. He'll play it down low. But the crowd rises to their feet as the Sabres kill off back-to-back penalties. Now Stanley at center ice throws this one into the Boston zone. 7 minutes to go. It's been a penalty fest here in the first period. As Boston gets it to the Sabres blue line, there's a centering pass from Corelli looking for Kastelik. Got blocked off by Stanley. And now Boston apparently went offside, but they send it towards the net anyways. Here's Lindholm. Can't find a match. Now Buffalo flicks it off the glass and out. Boston definitely coming to this game with a lot more energy and offensive will than the first. Here's a centering pass that careens off the stick of Byram, and now he'll take it to the corner. Yeah, that was offsides. The refs are just garbage right now. They're garbage. These fans got to get into them. Byram with a stretch pass through center ice. Deflects high and out of play here, so that'll draw some whistles. ESPN's going to a commercial, so subscribe. Subscribe. We're up to 36 likes. Thank you so much for joining me here on this fine Tuesday evening. Spring evening. It's great. Remy, what's going on? I'm so sick and tired of seeing Buffalo not clear the zone when you have the puck. Well, it's really frustrating, isn't it? I've been there. It's tough to clear the puck sometimes, you know? It can be difficult, but Buffalo's got to push through. Failed clearance can cause chaos. Chaos cause goals. We got 82 people. Let's see how the poll is doing. 84% of y'all are picking the Buffalo Sabres tonight. That's a good, wise choice. Very wise choice. All right. Alrighty, so we're in a commercial break. I know, right now, faceoffs are in favor of Boston 12-2. That cannot continue for the rest of this game. That's a really bad sign. I talked about it at the top of the stream. Buffalo is continuously chasing the play, dogging after the puck. They're making life way more difficult for themselves by losing these faceoffs. Yeah, these refs suck. You're absolutely right, Marcus. But ESPN highlighting the great Norris candidate, Matthias Samuelsson. I really wish I was listening to the MSG feed, not ESPN. The crowd actually sounds better mixed in Game 2 than Game 1, but I want to hear Dan Dunleavy and the company. Alrighty, here we have return to play, folks. Face off at center ice. Waiting for this to be dropped. Alrighty, Sabres lose another face off. That's got to change. Looks like Montreal tied the Tampa game up. Ooh, Buffalo with space. He finds Norris. Norris to the net, looking for the stick of Doan to flex wide into the corner. Dahlin plays it to the near side. Boston just gets it out of the zone here with Josh Norris. Dropping it back for Rasmus Dahlin. Dahlin, he'll shoot it into the Boston end. It's a foot race. Low ride bumped in the corner here, and Buffalo wins possession, plays it to the point. Dahlin, high rising shot, blocked in front. Norris with a good keep down. And he keeps possession for Buffalo. Now Benson with a shot to flex into the glove of Swayman. Again, I'm getting lower. I can feel it. Play your game, play your game. Absolutely, that's what they did in the first game, and that's how they ended up winning. They wore Boston down. Get through this first period. Boston's not that good. You've been pacing the whole game. It's only the first period, Sawyer. Imagine how you feel in the third. Save your energy, Cuzzo. Alrighty, 5.5 minutes to go here in this first period. My chair continues to sink further and into the ground. I'm descending into quicksand, ladies and gentlemen. Buffalo losing another faceoff, but Boston failing to clear. Here's Tuck at the near side point, plays it all the way around. McAvoy kind of hooking Krebs. Refs aren't going to call that, though. And now Boston can move forward here with Zacha chipping it to near side. Middlestad, he'll throw it to an open wing. It'll bounce to the front of the net. Now they find Middlestad in front. Nice save by Luukkonen. It was a well set up play by Boston. Buffalo just kind of got a little loose in the middle of the zone. Now here's Tuck forward to Tage off his stick. Right to a Boston player. Aspero will play it into the Buffalo zone. And Luukkonen can leave it here for Samuelson as Buffalo gets a couple of line changes. Buffalo moving forward. McLeod on the entry. Goes up the far side. It bounces around. And eventually James Higgins comes up with it. Forward to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov is shot wide. Luukkonen, he's got to get back to his post. He does. Before Higgins can tap it home. And now Higgins and Zucker getting involved here. I am going to change this chair out at intermission. This is ridiculous. Oh, come on, ESPN. We're going to another commercial break. Damn it. But looking at this last opportunity for Middlestad, looking to go shoulder side. Glove side on Luukkonen. Good save by him. Good save by Brody. 95 of y'all with me here. Thanks for joining. Sabres kind of getting... They're not say. Boston is looking better. They have been more assertive. They're hungry. Obviously, you'd expect that to be the response after that crushing, in their eyes, crushing Game 1 defeat. But Boston's been taking it to Buffalo a little bit. Their forecheck is getting home. Luukkonen's had to come up with a couple of, probably 3 or 4 really good saves here. Yeah, he's more for Luukkonen about getting into the game. Really, against Boston in Game 1, he didn't see a whole ton of action. So when he did, he was often rusty or cold, and he didn't play well as a result. Sawyer celebrating 17 months of membership. Hell yeah, thanks. Robert. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Robert. Guys, sing happy birthday for Robert. I would, but I don't have a good singing voice. Yeah, but there's not going to be no bourbon for me tonight. Just the Bapple. Alrighty, we return to play here. Yeah, I am literally going to change out this chair. It wasn't doing this. Am I just sitting wrong? Can you sit wrong in a chair? Is that a thing? I guess. Alright. Waiting for this puck to be dropped right now. 99 of you already here in the first period. Thanks for joining. Here's Josh Dunn leaning into this faceoff. 4th line's out for each side. Dunn loses it again. Another faceoff lost by Buffalo. Zadorov has it at the point. His shot blocked. Kastelik trying to get that towards the net. He just couldn't. Buffalo needs to get some more pressure here on Swayman. He's getting too comfortable in this game. Beck Malenstein can't get it to the blue line. Eventually it does, and it gets knocked out. Tanner Jeannot in on the foot race. Gives a nice cross-check to Timmins. Buffalo gets it up the center nonetheless. Beck Malenstein turns it over, though. Ooh, weird bounce off the end boards. Sabres alert to that task. Able to keep everything in front of them. Here's Benson. Lifting this into the Boston zone here. Gets knocked down behind the net by Lowry. No call. And Boston eventually can move it up and out. Here's Power quick up along the near side boards. Doan, he's got to be careful. Had a man just behind him. It was Geeky, but Doan continues to move forward here with the puck. Doan into the corner. Doan still with speed. Can't get it centered. Had his stick lifted at just the last critical moment. And eventually Boston gets it to the far blue line, but not out. Benson shot blocked. Bounce to the near side. Doan was there. Couldn't knock it home. Now Doan on his knees finding Norris at the side of the post. Can't get it in front either. Now to Benson. To the point. Byram hangs on to it. Dances with it. Now finds Doan. Doan Off the boards into the corner for Norris. Finds Benson. That puck rolls off his stick, though, and Low right now can skate forward here. He'll take it out of the zone. Lohrei shoots this one in. Byram plates towards Thompson. It's turned over at the side of the net. There's a shot. Short side. Luukkonen got over to make the save. And now Krebs. Oh, he just got ran over at the blue line. No call on McAvoy. These refs are a joke. They are a joke. This is absurd one-way calling right now from the referees. Yeah, the fans are getting into them now, as they should. As they should. Here's Tuck up the far side for Samuelson across the blue line. He takes a high shot, knocked down in front by Swayman. Sabres able to get to that puck and keep it in. Dahlin with a quick shot at the point, never got through. McAvoy just plays it towards the corner. Meets Krebs there, he bangs around with him. Arvidson can't clear on the first try. Aspero now with a little bit more space finds Middlestad on the near side boards, and he can clear. He'll send a pass through center. Looking for Arvidson, and now the Sabres are finishing a couple of their checks here. McLeod rims it to the far side. There's a dip from Quinn. Here's Jack Quinn moving in. He'll play it to McLeod off the near post. Goes to the back. Zucker couldn't connect. Now Quinn along the boards. Down low to Zucker. Zucker, what a find to the point for Timmins. His shot blocked. I think it hit his own man. And Boston can clear. Now Kuznetsov to the far side. Stanley muscles him out. Both sides get engaged physically. You'll love to see it. Puck to the line here. Boston appears to have played it offsides, and they did. And now we get some more shoving. Fraser Minton getting after Logan Stanley after the play. You didn't know that clowns were allowed to ref? Yes, they are. In this league? In this league, yes, they are. Ugh, look at Tuck. I love how they keep going after Casey Middlestad. Is there any hard feelings after he left? I mean, it didn't seem like it was entirely his choice. Alrighty. So we got just about a minute to go here in this first period. Boston have won 14 straight faceoffs here in the first period. That can't happen. Sam Carrick, his miss. Ooh, there's a shot from the point that goes right into the glove of Luukkonen. Circus music playing for those referees. They should get booed. We should pelt them with objects. I shouldn't say that. All right. Boston's giving it to Buffalo right now. Those series of power plays really turned the tide in terms of momentum for this game. And Buffalo hasn't really gotten a solid opportunity. That's 15 straight faceoffs now for Boston. Here's a seam pass for Pastrnak. He'll send it towards the net. It's loose just outside the crease. Geekie has a stick held, taken to the corner. Eventually, Buffalo can move forward here, but Power has a stick lifted. Finds Pastrnak had a stick lifted as well. And now he gets tripped up here, and that'll draw a penalty. Finally! Thank you, referees! They only were going to call the obvious ones, I suppose. Pasternak's going to go off for two.
The kind of guy,
the Sabres power play convert for once?
Power play people.
But finally. But sit in the box, Pastrnak. Sit in the box. Sabres got to get one of these power plays to go. But Pastrnak whiffed on the power play. Clearly caught the legs of Norris. That's an obvious call. And Buffalo will get 2 minutes here. Of course, this will carry over into the second period. But this is a great opportunity for Buffalo. This is a great opportunity for us. All right. Buffalo lost another faceoff. Dear God. Boston will send it down the ice. Only 22 seconds left in this period. Sabres up the near side. They'll find Lane quickly below the goal line. Sabres got to get a shot off. It's Josh Norris along the boards. He'll play it down low. It goes to the far side. It's a race to the puck. Lindholm just gets it outside the blue line. And that will do it here for the first period. It's going to be tied up at 0. Shots in favor of Buffalo, 8-7. Nobody, though, taking advantage of their opportunities thus far. Boston turned the tide after a couple of power plays halfway through that first frame. And Buffalo just needs to collect themselves here. That was not the cleanest of firsts from them. But importantly, no goals are on the board. Yeah, that was certainly a period. All right, so I'm going to go find another chair because this one's really pissing me off. I mean, yeah, just give me a break. Okay. Another chair. This one will move on me. I don't have to worry about that. Don't have to keep hopping up and down. All right. I'm going to watch the Montreal-Tampa game during the intermission. Winner of, oh, I shouldn't have that behind me. Get away. Go away. Go away, chair. You've disappointed me too much tonight. Too much. Okay. All right, now we're on solid ground here. We're on solid ground. I look so tall. John Buccigross is calling this Montreal game. I feel so bad for people that actually want to watch this. You want Cal? Cal's not on. Cal is doing something else. You're not going to see Cal tonight, unfortunately. Cal may have a hot date tonight. No. He's got a hot date with Buffalo, the Buffalo Sabres. That's for sure. He is watching the game with a couple. But, so... That was a nice little period, wasn't it, folks? Is Cal a Canal side? I don't know if he is or not. I didn't ask. I know, is it cold in Buffalo right now? For anyone who's still there, is it cold up there? How are we looking? How's the weather looking in the Big Buff? Big 716. I should not have done this. Oh, Bucci. Did anyone see? I was watching the Senators-Hurricanes game all the way to the end last night, and Buccigross totally butchered that penalty shot. He totally butchered that call. And might I add, there are a lot of Habs fans in Tampa right now. See, this is the only reason why. Not that I'm worried about matchup. Well, I am. Montreal, like us, is a very speedy team. But what I'm worried about with Montreal is that their fans are going to invade the KeyBank Center and make us look like a mockery. It's going to look like that January game. And that's something that I really don't want to happen, especially not in the playoffs. That would suck. Where's my chapstick? Cal, the new Don Juan with that mustache. I know. Well, Cal's, I gotta ask. Next time he's on, y'all gotta ask if Cal is growing it out for the playoffs or not. Yeah, Sawyer, that was unfortunate. I was told it was very cold up there. I couldn't relate because it's like 70 degrees down here. It's beautiful. Beautiful here in Kentucky. But we're going to watch and chill and relax here. As I was typing Don Juan in the feed, Jordan Greenway at the same time was saying Don Juan on the radio. Oh, that's weird. Oh, Cal was joining on the Discord. I was not aware of this. Okay. I'm gonna have to do some fidangling then here on the home intermission feed. Crap. Was not aware. Y'all, I guess, know more than me. Y'all know more than me. I gotta fix this. The graphics are all screwed up. I was not prepared for this. Whoa, there's a fight. There's a... Get that Boston logo. Damn it! Well, at least Buccigross isn't killing this call. Alright, so I guess I'll turn that off then. Alright. My computer is being a little stupid right now, chat. It's being very, very slow, so I hope this cooperates. Oh, let me open up Discord. Oh, Jesus. I shouldn't say that. Take the Lord's name in vain. Oh, computer. You slimy old guy. Computer, why are you doing this to me? I opened you up, and there were no issues. But now there are. Okay. I guess Discord's just not... Okay, can this stop being stupid? Alright, we're gonna close that down, open it back up again. Why is my Discord not working? Computer thing? Oh, I'm able to move all this stuff around just fine. No, Kale's he's coming. I just can't get my Discord to operate. The app is... I don't know what's going on with it. It's just not reloading. I'm trying, chat. Let's try it again. Third time's the charm. Nope. Oh, something's happening. I'm just gonna let Discord sit here for a sec. What? Okay, now it just closed on its own. We'll try for a fourth time. For gosh darn sake. Come on. What is going on? Oh. Oh, Discord's finally reloading. Thank the Lord. Finally. Good grief. Okay, now let me go to Cal. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, for this technical difficulties. Oh, jeez. Cal's Cal is at Canal Side, ladies and gentlemen. There, hold on. There you go. All right. There's Cal. Oh, Cal is at the Canal Side. He's at the watch party, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Cal, how's the atmosphere? How are we doing over there? Cal? Hello? Oh, he's passing the phone off. Hey there, Cal. Hi, buddy. Cal. Oh, he's gone. All right, never mind. All right, that was great. Thank you, Cal, for showing us Canal Side. So I did not realize that. He is at Canal Side. And he's got a video for us, apparently. Yeah, Cal just wanted to pop in real quick, I suppose. He is at Canal Side. And... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, I just got absolutely killed. I'm so sorry, folks. Why is that so loud? Yeah, but it looks like there's a ton of people at the Sabres watch party at Canal Side. That's fun. That is fun. Huh. Alrighty. Thank you, Cal, for your cameo. Vlog video coming tomorrow. Nice. Gotta avoid copyright. That was nice. Party on the patio. But that was great. Thank you, Cal. We got about 7.5 minutes here in the intermission. I'm gonna close that. Alright. See, I'm just concerned about my computer and its well-being. Alright, just cooperate with me. Alright. So now that Cal's gone, I'm gonna turn back to the Tampa-Montreal game. Cal's having a good time, alright? First time in 15 years for the kiddo. Let him have his fun. He wanted to go to Canal Side. You know, to be honest, if I were in Buffalo, I'd also be at the Canal Side, folks. I would not be streaming. I'd be at the Canal Side going crazy. Oh, and just as I tune into the Tampa-Montreal game, they go to commercial. My timing is just impeccable tonight. Go Montreal. Don't know if I agree with you on that. Okay, I don't know if I agree. I don't want to face Montreal in the second round. I don't want their fans to invade our arena. Like I already mentioned this earlier. But yeah, those are my general feelings. But I hope you guys are enjoying game one so far. Buffalo's got to do a heck of a lot more. I'm sure Lundy has given them a good talking to in the locker room at the moment. Being like, what happened to our game, fellas? What happened to our game? Don, could we get a beer chug of the Sabres score? I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. To be honest, I got to wake up tomorrow and take an exam. This is gonna be my one of the stream. Maybe two. Maybe two. Bapples are really good. Plus, I'm not a good beer chugger, okay? I did that in undergrad. I'm a law school guy now, okay? We're above that sort of debaucherous behavior. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, I got tasks to do tomorrow morning. Alrighty. They're talking about Vegas right now. John Bucci-Gross. I watched the beginning of that. Utah was looking so good through 2 periods. I don't know what Tort said to them. What sort of adrenaline they went crazy. I don't know what he said to them, but Vegas stormed out in the 3rd period and won in convincing style. Vegas. American beer won't hurt you. American beer. Yeah. Don the nerd. Yeah, I am a nerd. You know, so I feel like you call me a nerd. But I feel like every single stream, you're always talking about how you have a test in like 2 days or something. I'm calling bull crap on that. I'm calling BS. But yes, I do have to take an exam tomorrow morning. Or at least I could. It doesn't have to be tomorrow morning. I can take it whenever. Do it? No. No. Not on stream. Not in the public square, okay? Not in the public square. Yes, if you're underage, don't drink. Don't drink. You know, Sam Carrick would have been really nice, Chris, for a game like this when Buffalo is struggling in the faceoff dot. And when I say struggling with a capital S. You have a test tomorrow, Resman? Nice. Is it 18-2 now? It's 18-2. That's just ridiculous. Oh, is anyone surprised that Montreal can only score on the power play? Is anyone surprised? I actually don't have a test in anything tomorrow. It lined up perfectly. Yeah, I guess so. Don't drink and drive, kids. Don't do it. It's a bad idea. Terrible idea. I'm just a great role model for that. Yeah, what are score predictions? I'm predicting 3-1 Buffalo win tonight. Luukkonen looks a lot better in this game than the first. I feel like it's going to be 3-1 Buffalo. Sabres will get an empty net goal at the end. We should have picked up Trocheck. I mean, maybe. Yeah. But we're already clogged up with centers. It would be nice, though. I get what you're saying, to have a face-off winning center. You would have thought that Brian McLeod could be that guy, but I guess not. I guess not. Buffalo needs to play their game. I wholeheartedly agree with you, Remy. I thought Buffalo kind of got away from things in the final 7 minutes of that first. They weren't playing their speedy rush style of offense. They were, well, again, I feel like we've been talking only about faceoffs here during the intermission, but it's for a good reason, all right? It's for a really good reason. The Sabres are chasing the play. Boston is controlling puck possession. That's why, I mean, Buffalo was able to wear Boston down in the first game because we constantly had the pressure. They were chasing. They were moving. They're trying to cover us for 52 minutes until the Sabres eventually broke through and Boston just stopped. That hasn't happened so far in this game. Boston has been the team controlling puck possession. Boston has been the one on the forefront. Doesn't help that the refs have allied with them, but got to work with what you get. Let's go, Buffalo. Yeah, Boston's a very good faceoff team. For the stat wizards. Doan had a good opportunity in the first. He had a very good opportunity, but Swayman again, he's on his game. Sabres just got to get traffic in front of him, take away his eyes. That's why Samuelson scored the go-ahead goal in that first game. So Buffalo's got to do the same thing. We got to do the same thing here tonight. Would love to see Buffalo get some more goals here. Byram needs to skate up. He's so fast. Well, did y'all notice when the Sabres started playing well in the third period, Byram was taking the game over. He really had a huge role in 2 of the 3 Sabres goals, getting involved on the play, leading the rush, leading the forecheck, causing turnovers low in the Bruins zone. That was Byram. And Tuck and Thompson and Krebsy, but that was all of them. But my intermission clock is actually right. It appears, for regular season games, it's always been 16 minutes. That's how long the intermission is, but here I guess it's 17. Alrighty, we're about to return to play here, folks. Second period is almost underway. Fans are just getting back to their seats. Ray Ferraro is yapping about nonsense again, per the norm. And poor Leah Hextall. Well, I shouldn't say poor. She's probably doing well off. There's Jay Leach on the Boston Bruins bench. They don't look nervous at all on the bench. They're laughing and getting ready for the next period, but they're not nervous. That's good. In the first period, I feel like there wasn't that much of that. There was a lot of nervousness, a lot of jitters, which I guess is natural for your first playoff game for a lot of these guys. But alrighty, so the Sabres enter this second period on the power play here. They got a minute 30. They go into the Boston zone, but they immediately turn over the puck, and Boston can skate it out here with Kuznetsov. He's moving to the outside, shorthanded. He'll go around behind the net. He still has possession. Nobody's attacking him. Where's the assertiveness? Eventually, they steal the puck away from him with Quinn. And here's Quinn. Please don't drop it. His pass didn't find a man. Here's Thompson, though, finding a little bit of that moment here. He sends it towards the crease. Couldn't find it. Now Quinn on the one-timer. He missed the net. Now Thompson turns it over, looking to go back to Dahlin. Sabres with a good opportunity. It was a broken play. But Jack Quinn missed a golden opportunity there, folks. Here's Ryan McLeod now, going up the far side. He can't even get across the blue line. 20 seconds remain. They're going to go 0 for 20, or is it 0 for 30 now? On the power play, this current streak, 0 for 30. But, oh my God, they can't get two passes together. Boston just turning pucks and plays over at the blue line, breaking things up and just clearing it down the other way. And now they're back to even strength here. And Pastrnak is out of the box. He's quickly crossing over the blue line. It's 0 for 28, folks, by the way. 0 for 6 in the series. That's just disastrous. That just can't happen. But here's Alex Tuch now, moving forward with speed. To the outside he goes for Zach Benson. Benson gets held up there by Aspro. Nice play. And now Geeky, far side for Pastrnak. Pastrnak, near side. Lindholm with a shot, trying to go far side high, but he just missed. That was a great scoring chance for Elias Lindholm. Oh, Geeky just got decked by Stanley. And there's a quick shot that drifts to the far post. Oh, Geeky, you're not going to get that call, asshole. Keep playing. Here's Greenway bouncing, trying to corral the bouncing puck here. Dunn just lost the helmet. But he finds a man. Stanley with a trailer passes shot. Glances off the stick of Swayman and up and out of play. Sabres with a good opportunity. Benson's playing like garbage, giveaways every shift. Yeah, that's not ideal, but we're looking back at this one. Tage Thompson chance on the power play. Puck was sitting in the crease. Oh, come on, ESPN. You won't show us Jack Quinn missing the net? You'll show us Elias Lindholm missing the net. Then here is Logan Stanley, still looking for his goal as a Buffalo Sabre. Nearly came there. Can the Sabres win a faceoff? No, they still can't. This is crazy. But Buffalo forcing a good turnover here in front. Norris just missed Swayman. Puck grab by Sean Corrali. And Boston goes into the zone. Here's Corrali behind the net, looking to get out in front. Jeannot with a good opportunity. Rebound sits in the crease. There's a couple whacks at it from Kastelik, but Luukkonen will hold on for the save. He is a dive loser. He's a little loser. George, what's going on? Thanks for joining. That was a good opportunity, actually, for Jeannot. Luukkonen has been reading the play far better than he did in the first game. But Boston's looking dangerous here. They are pissed. They want this game too. And, I mean, for any series, it's important. You don't want to go down 2 in a series. If Boston can split here, that just totally changes the dynamics of this playoff series. Faceoffs won, 19 for Boston, 3 for Buffalo, 19-3. This is huge. And they just won another. Minton to the point for Peak. His shot did not get through. Blocked in front. Hagen's whacks at it. Now there's another shot from the point. Luukkonen makes the initial save. They wrap it around to the far post. Gets sent wide. Wow. Faceoffs are just brutal for Buffalo at the moment. Puck still in the far corner. Here's Hagens. Stuck in his skate. Looking for some support. Power's just trying to whack at it. Eventually it gets loose, and now Tuch will skate it forward. Looks for Tage. He'll knock it down and deflect it into the Bruins zone. On the near side, Tage with a good stick. Tage leaving it in the corner here for Krebs. He'll pull up. Working off of Zadorov. Gets held a little bit. But Bruins able to exit the zone. And look at the offensive zone time right now. 6:16 for Boston, 3:37 for Buffalo. That has got to change. Granted, Boston's had a couple of power play opportunities. Buffalo also did, but suck. So that's kind of distorted things. But regardless, that can't happen. Especially when you're on home ice. Sabres got to show some hunger here. Here's Mason Lowry from Jacques Quinn. Causing a turnover. To Ryan McLeod, near side to Quinn, it quickly in front, just missed the stick of Zucker, finds Samuelsson on the far post. Samuelsson's pass missed Benson and goes into the glove, off the end boards and into the glove of Swayman. Not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous here. Go Sabres, get traffic out in front. Not rocket science. We just gotta have a good shift here. One shift to establish ourselves in the offensive zone. It's not been good enough so far this second period. You were hoping for that power play to set the tone, but unfortunately it did. It did set the tone, but in favor of Boston. Oh, the Sabres won a face-off. Down to the point. Samuelsson, near post. That tip just went wide. Norris got a piece of it. Here's Benson trying to get this one out in front. Good stick by Doan. But Boston have numbers below the goal line, able to free it up and move forward here. Dahlin can't get it forward. They'll flip it forward, and here's Arvidson. He's behind the net. He scores. Arvidson between the legs of Luukkonen. He puts Boston in front again. Just like game one, the Sabres are going to have to battle back. That can't happen. It just can't. That was bad. Samuelsson did not read the play. Luukkonen did not keep that stick down on the ice. And Arvidson with a really cheeky backhander right between the legs. He just shoveled it between the legs of Luukkonen. That's when he's going to want to have back. But look at Josh Norris. Norris, actually, you know what? I could blame this on Samuelsson all I want, but Josh Norris just did not track his man going back. And eventually, Boston was going to break through, and sure enough, they have. 1-0. So Victor Arvidsson putting Boston out in front just now here. Sabres got to respond again. This is a really bad trend that they keep doing. They cannot continue to fall behind in the playoffs. Here's a pass through center that missed the stick of Jeannot. He was asking for... He was like, why did the linesman blow this dead for an icing? Ref just kind of ignores him. Let's see here. Oh, man. Luukkonen, you gotta read that better, bud. That can't happen. That's a really bad goal. And again, the Sabres lose another faceoff. Puck goes to the far side. Jeannot banks it off the glass and to the neutral zone. Here's our Byram now at center. Byram chips this one to the far post. Glove down by Zadorov. Zadorov. I mean, again, Buffalo was playing right into the hands of Boston here. This just can't happen. You can't go behind in the playoffs. I don't know how many times this team's got to be told that, but it happened in game one, and it took a miraculous comeback for them. Boston now can settle into their game. They can park the bus. They can rely on Swayman a bit. And they can rely on their strong defensive game here. I mean, it just can't happen. Can't happen. Alrighty, face off. Almost won by McLeod. It goes right to a Bruins player, though, and Kuznetsov can kick it forward here. Into the corner they go. Behind the net to find... Oh, there was a good centering pass. Just only finds Zucker there. But again, Buffalo, if they can score, they score in bunches, especially at home ice. But Boston is settled into this hockey game. Here's Kuznetsov on the near side. Sabres eventually get a couple whacks at it. We're going to need to see some secondary scoring here. Is it ever going to come? Puck still pinned against the boards. Samuelson's digging away at it. Jack Quinn also with a poke. No one wins it, though. It goes to the point. Here's Mason Lowry walking towards the middle of the ice. Drifts. He'll chip it into the... And Samuelsson eventually will chip it forward. And here's Ryan McLeod to the blue line. Goes to Zucker. Zucker shot blocked. Ricochets to the corner. Not far enough for Jack Quinn, but Buffalo retains possession here. Logan Stanley. He'll fire this one into the Boston zone. Finds a stick. Sabres centering this one. No shot. Now there it is from Benson. Blocked. It was blocked by McAvoy. Benson to the point for Stanley. Another shot. Timmins to the near corner. Again to Norris. Back up top. Stanley shot well wide of the target. And now Boston with Pasternak can chip this out of the zone. Glove down by Connor Timmins, and Buffalo can reset. Oh, Benson, you got to chip that deeper. Ooh, nearly get knocked down by Doan at the blue line. Boston. Oh, that's an ice. How's that not nice? Doesn't matter. We'd have to do a face-off, and Buffalo can't really win one of those tonight. This is really frustrating. But Buffalo's got to stick with their game here. Here's Byram in his own zone. Byram slightly getting hooked. And he just played it out of... Oh, it's going to be a delay of game against Byram. That was not deflected. My goodness. Oh, that's so bad. That is a gift from Bo Byram. Bank it off the glass. It was clean out. That just can't happen. That just can't happen. So Boston, after scoring with Victor Arvidson, are going to get a power play opportunity here. And Buffalo's shown zero life in the second. We can't go to Boston and TD Garden tied up at 2. Just can't happen. That would be really, really awful. Yeah, I don't know. Buffalo's looking really just lackluster. They're not into this game. There's no juice. And I don't want to pin this all on the fans, but the fans also haven't been too loud or engaged. Maybe they have. Maybe I'm just because I'm watching the ESPN feed that I can't hear them. But I mean, this is really not good right now. I know, we can barely pass right now. It's pathetic. Yeah. Sabres are on a commercial. Oh, come on, computer. Alrighty, I guess that's what happens when I try to open a new tab. This desktop loses its signal. But we're in a commercial break afterwards. Boston will have a man advantage for the third time tonight. I mean, you just can't give up gifts like that. If Boston scores here at 2-0, again, you're looking at the same thing we had in Game 1. We're going to be talking about a miraculous comeback that Buffalo will need to accomplish. So, Bo and Byram, 2 minutes for a delay of game here. So, Boston on the power play. Can they win a faceoff? Buffalo wins the faceoff and can send it down the ice. God, I really don't like this Boston team. Here's McAvoy drifting up the ice. Dropping it back for Elias Lindholm. Lindholm drifting through center. Squares it to Zacha. Zacha far outside to Geekie. Look at that. That's how you go into the zone. That's how you can do a zone entry. Zacha fanning on a pass. Plays it to the point for Pastrnak. Back to McAvoy. Finds Pastrnak. Takes the shot. Just missed far side. Far side. Sabres get to a loose puck and can clear it down the ice. 1:20 remains on this Boston power play. Buffalo needing a kill. Here's McAvoy. Moving through center. To the outside for Geekie. They'll hold up at the neutral zone. Leaving it there is Zacha. For Lindholm. Back to Zacha. They do the same play every single game. The two just play tic-tac-toe. There's a quick shot from the point. Blocked in front. And Beck Malenstein just gets it out of the zone. No McAvoy again. To Pastrnak. Turns it over. And the Sabres can clear again. Minton at center, curling quickly, waiting for his teammates to get back on sides. He delays, and he turns the puck over with an errant pass. Buffalo has it, and will send it down the ice. You talk about Buffalo being barely able to pass right now. Boston, not doing much better. But here's Hampus Lindholm. To Minton. Finds Zacha, moving across the blue line. Centering feed just off the stick of Minton and into the corner. Minton, he's there along with Hagens. They get it to the point with space. Lindholm with a shot. Blockered away by Luukkonen. And he pushes it all the way out of the zone. 7 seconds now on this power play. Minton at center ice. Finds Higgins to the outside. Tries to get it deep. Sabres with one last clear. They'll get it down the ice and kill. That penalty. Beautiful kill by Buffalo. Boston unable to get any sort of pressure. And that gets the crowd slightly back into this game. Here's a rink-wide pass. Finds Kastelik. Kastelik into the corner. And Krebs just gets upended here on a pick play. That's going to draw a call. Tanner Jeannot to the penalty box.
I'm the kind of guy.
It's going to be an interference play by Tanner
Jeannot.
Jeannot. That's a really, really silly penalty if you're Boston.
People.
I know Buffalo has not been able to get anything going on the power play this series, or in April, for a matter of fact, but you can't keep giving us chances. Eventually, one's going to accidentally go in. It's got to, right? It's got to accidentally... they don't have to be that skilled to make that happen, right? But, yeah, Buffalo's going to the power play here. Jeannot clearly interfering with Krebs. And, again, Buffalo, we need a power play goal. This would be a great time for us to score. But with 10:01 to go, I guess we're not going to commercial. I was prepping myself here, but Tage, gotta win this faceoff. Come on, buddy. Can we win a faceoff? No! It gets one back to McAvoy. He'll play it around the boards, but cannot clear. Kept in by Quinn. Quinn. And they turn it over now and get sent down the ice. All you have to do is get pressure on one of these guys. And they turn it over. That's all you have to do to kill off a Sabres power play. Pressure the puck carrier. Now here's Tage going into the zone. Oh, we actually maintain possession for more than 2 passes. Quinn to the point for Dahlin outside. Quinn down low. Tage walking to the crease. Backhander. No shot, and Boston just gets it out. Oh, man. Oh, the poor commenter. I'm negative. I'm just calling the game for what it is. If you're watching the game like I am, you would also see that, but you can't look at everything through a rose-colored glasses. But goodbye. Don't want that in here anyways. Here's Dahlin. Around to Quinn. Finds Zucker. Zucker, nice whack to keep it loose for Norris. Quinn on the pivot. Drifts down the boards. Up top again to Dahlin. Dahlin to Quinn. Quinn doesn't take the shot. Back up top. Dahlin shot. Deflects wide and off into the corner. Finds Peak. Peak can't clear, but Thompson, can he win a board battle? He can. Here's Dahlin now. Outside. Quinn with a shot off a leg and wide. Puck carries into the corner again. One of the Boston players don't have a stick. 20 seconds remain here on the power play. Thompson with a shot. Just missed the post. And the puck gets out of the zone. Ugh. Brutal. Brutal. Now Thompson again through center. He's going to need to prove big here this game. Thompson to the point. Dahlin. He'll just throw it down the boards. It deflects off Minton's stick. And out of play. 4 seconds remain on the Sabres power play. They're going to go 0 for 29. That's unfortunate. But looking at this Quinn shot, it actually went off the inside skate blade of Andrew Peak. You know, there's been a trend where those skate blades will pop off. The new skates nowadays, they're not nailed in. They don't shatter, they just boop, pop off. But alrighty. McLeod leaning into this faceoff. We want a faceoff! To Byram at the point. Outside McLeod, far side. Seam pass, shot, high and wide. As Jeannot emerges from the penalty box, that pass to the point into the skates of Byram. It's loose, but the Sabres coming back quickly with speed. Here's Tuck to the outside, his shot. Off the blocker of Swayman, and out of play. So I think now we're going to get a commercial. Maybe? Yes, we will. Yeah, 0 for 29 isn't ideal, chat. It's not how you... You know, I gotta say, I don't normally engage attention-seeking haters, but apparently he unsubscribed. However, we have gained 3 more subscribers, so that kid his defiant stand for positive commentary will go down in vain. Look, I don't try to be negative, but Buffalo's just not playing a good game right now, chat. We're not playing a good game. And I can excuse the first game jitters. Second game, though, at some point we have to give Boston some sort of credit here. And hey, maybe they're a good hockey team. Maybe they are. Quinn should have a goal this game if he hadn't missed the net early in the period. You know, Remy, I was thinking about it, and I know we talked about it briefly after Sunday night. I don't know if mixing and mashing players on the power play is going to do a whole lot in terms of production. Josh Doan used to be on the first power play unit. Jason Zucker has been on there for a while. Josh Norris wasn't on there. Ryan McLeod was put up top. Alex Tuck was on the first. I mean, my point I'm trying to say is Seth Appert is mixed and mashed here with the Sabres power play units. And it hasn't generated any different results. So at some point, you either got to say it's on the coaching or it's on the players. And it's probably a little bit of both. Obviously, everything is always a little bit of both. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if just throwing players around and seeing what sticks is gonna work out. It won't hurt, I suppose. But Boston has led this series 52 minutes compared to Buffalo's 3:24. Nuts. And there's another face-off. Wow. And now they get a chip forward, and they have a 2-on-1 here with Zacha. Ooh, Lukin just got a piece of it. Zacha with a good opportunity there. But here's Boston working around in the Buffalo zone. Zacha around up top to Hampus Lindholm. His play goes high up here for Arvidson in the Sabre zone. To Middlestat, far side. Middlestat gets it back again. Pressure by Thompson. He sends a pass towards the net. Kicked out by Luke, and eventually the Sabres. Oh, they can't clear. And Krebs has his stick held. The fans are upset. But they just gave us a couple of penalties here. Oh, Buffalo, we got to get to these pucks. Boston's just hungry, I think. I think that's the issue. But, all right, Tuck trying to cause something at center. Has it poked off his stick as well. Pastrnak skates it into the zone. Here's Elias Lindholm putting the shoulder on Owen Power. To the point he goes. Peak with a shot blocked. Rebound pops out to the corner. Now again to the point. Boston turning the pressure up here. Zadorov with a shot into the glove. Rebound sits in front. Eventually the Sabres get to it. Can Krebs, he's reaching for it. He just gets it out of the zone. And that's going to get called for a deflection. No delay of game, fortunately. I mean, it feels like Boston's getting every bounce right now. Oh my god, you can see Hampus Lindholm clearly grabbing Peyton Krebs' stick. He's still grabbing his stick. He grabs both of them and then he throws his hands up and says, oh, not me. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Don't look at me, referees. But that was a clear penalty for holding the stick. Should have been a penalty on Boston. Can the Sabres win a faceoff? They can. Thank you, Josh Norris. Thank you. Sabres lifted out to center ice. There's a loose puck, eventually settled down by the defenseman, and Boston quickly into the Sabres and looking to string a couple passes together. They nearly did there. It's this Boston Kids line. Yeah, I mean, grabbing each other's sticks. I know I'm not one who usually is used to that sort of thing. Oh, hold on. Here's Fraser Minton spinning a pass towards the high slot. The Sabres glove it down. Norris kicks it to the boards, but Boston keeping it deep in the Sabres zone. Now Dahlin on the backhander lifts it to center. It bounces between the legs of McAvoy all the way on goal. Swayman will hold on to it. Doan now getting involved here with McAvoy. Flower, I'm sure there are a couple sites online that I will not say out of a hope that no one's watching. Important, that'll take it down. I can't really do anything for you, man. Pay for ESPN, MSG. I know there always was Streamies. Is that still around? Is Streamies still a thing? I have no idea. Oh, I just ran out of Apple. If Buffalo could just string together some offensive zone time here, we're set. We're good. I just need to see some sort of hope in that regard. The reason why I'm so negative right now is that Buffalo hasn't had any good opportunities on Swayman tonight. I just haven't. But we have won an offensive zone faceoff here. To Stanley at the point. Feeds it down to the side for Jack Quinn. He'll dance along the boards. Plays it towards the corner. Deflects. Just there. Zucker trying to wrap this one around. Can't get the reach. Maybe Tage can do that. Zucker not so much. Not quite as tall. Now Boston sends it down the ice, and that'll be called for an ice. But yeah, Flowerbon, I wish I could help you, brother, but unfortunately I don't know any good sites. Yeah, this isn't great right now, Marcus. But I just want to see us win some faceoffs here. No, ESPN, don't buffer on me. Please, please don't do that. Oh, they're going to do that. There we go. Now we're back. I'm sure there are, Flower. I mean, I don't have to worry about that because I pay for ESPN. Not saying that you need to, but I just don't have to worry about that problem. Now for college football, yeah, doesn't work out quite well. I have to stream pirate. Here's McLeod reaching for a puck, gets dumped to the ice. Aspero trying to get this one out in front. Quinn whacked at it, goes wide of the glove of Swayman. Now here's Quinn again. Good forecheck and shift. This is what I'm talking about, though, for Buffalo. Just get some time to get in here in the offensive zone. Doesn't even have to be possession, but just grind away at Boston. That's what they did so well in Game 1 that they haven't here. Here's Zucker to the point. Timmons didn't take the shot. Gets it back again. His one-timer saved by Swayman. Rebound pops over the stick of Stanley, but it keeps control. He'll float it to the corner. Quickly in front. McLeod just rolls over his stick, and Boston just whacks it forward and out of the zone. Here's Greenway in the neutral zone, playing it back for a teammate. Now the Sabres can deflect it into the zone. Dump and chase. Dump and chase. Here's this Boston defenseman deflecting it out to center. Buffalo can't touch it yet. Get back. Get back. You're delayed. You're on a delayed offsides? Now he does. Okay. Boston, though, controlling play here with Pasternak up the near side. I mean, the crowd is trying to get into it, but Buffalo is just not giving them much to cheer for. Here's Malenstein. I'm not ready to give up Jacob. Jacob, I learned my lesson from Game 1. I'm not giving up. Yeah, of course. Here's Beck Malenstein to the outside. Sends it to the back post. Greenway just couldn't get his stick on it. Here's Geeky trying to get out of the zone. He eventually does. He'll backhand this one right on goal. It scores! It bounced past Luukkonen. Are you kidding me? A gaff of old gaffs. It was a backhand deflection from center ice by Geeky, and I don't know how. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? See a replay. It bounces a feet. Oh my God! That just can't happen in the playoffs. Luukkonen, what the actual hell was that? Oh my God. Boston with a gift. Boston with a gift here in Game 2. Luukkonen is just giving it to them. 2-0. You have to be kidding me. That just can't happen. You have to get your body behind the puck. I don't know why he's trying to glove it down. But that is awful. There's no way to sugarcoat that. That is disastrous. Buffalo really needs to get something going here. And again, just like Game 1, 2-0. 2-0. Boston. I mean, oh, now we got some Bronx cheers here for Luukkonen. And now we're getting some boo birds out at the KeyBank Center. Ugh. I can't stay family friendly. If you watch that play, I mean, that was That was just ridiculous. You're lucky I didn't say a bunch of expletives there. I mean, this is a backhand from center ice that pops over the glove of Luukkonen into the net. And that just can't happen. That just can't happen. That is a disgusting play by Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. And for everyone who is demanding that he don't play in this game, in Game 2, they're looking right. I mean, it's just... That can't happen. You are in the playoffs. Gifts like that is what wins games for other teams. And right now, Boston deserves to win this game. Boston deserves to win this game. You're watching the game, but again, you know, I'm going to describe it as I see it. I can't stay family friendly for that. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That just simply cannot happen if you're the Buffalo Sabres and you're Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. I don't care if he's frustrated with himself. He hurled some expletives after the play happened. Okay, but now I'm worried, not about this play, not about that goal. I'm worried about the next couple minutes, because now, that plus the Bronx cheers from the crowd, he's going to be in his own head. The next shot on goal, how do we know Luukkonen is not going to flub his lines again? How do we know he's not going to flub his lines? He's not going to be confident. I mean, how can you be confident after giving up a goal like that? Swayman wouldn't do that. Swayman wouldn't. Not at all. So, I mean, it's just bad. It's just really, really bad. Rayhan, I don't know. I mean, Buffalo's not showing a whole lot here. We're coming out of the commercial break right now, folks. But this is just really bad. Face-off in the Sabres' own end here. They need a goal before the end of the period. Boston wins another face-off here. High shot. Misses the mark. Deflects up and out of play. And they're talking. The ESPN broadcast talking about Josh Allen right now. All right, Buffalo needs a goal here before the end of the period just to get some life back in this building. But here's Benson. Up the near side. Nice move between the legs of Arvidson. Has it poked away from him, though, and now he's offsides. And I gotta complain. Why does ESPN keep messing around with the shot count? Ugh. Christmas comes once a year. Sabres had their gift last game. No more gifts this year. Well, we just gave you guys a gift, so I guess Boston gets no more. This just can't happen. This is a really unacceptable effort here from Buffalo in Game 2. Dahlin now whacking this puck in after a face-off win. And now, whoa. McAvoy's waving off Sabres' pleas for a delay of game. Come on, Buffalo. We need a win. We need a goal or something. Him sitting in the stands is better than his game. For Luukkonen, yeah, at this point, yeah. I mean, that's just... I hesitate to put Alex Lying in the net as well, because he hasn't looked good in his last 3 starts either. So you gotta stick with Luukkonen at this point. For his confidence sake, for us. I mean, I don't know if you can go away from him right now. But here's an offensive zone face-off here for Buffalo. McLeod wins it back to the point here for Dahlin, far side. There's a shot that gets blocked before it gets through. Geeky going cross corner. Finds Lindholm with a quick shot on goal. Kicked out by Luukkonen. Glad he got that one. But here's Zucker. Zucker to the outside finds Quinn. Quinn is passed. Doesn't find it. Lobs actually into the glove of Jeremy Swayman. And that'll get called for a whistle here. I can't believe it's 2-0 right now. It's just... Ugh, we're going to have another Herculean effort here in the final 2 minutes, maybe the third. But I guess it's one at a time, right? Sabres got to battle back. But what I'm concerned is about... I'm concerned that Boston has been playing in the lead almost this entire series. Buffalo's chasing. That really doesn't... That's not a formula for success. But here comes Boston again, across the blue line. Kusnedinov to the outside. Judd towards the net, looking back post. And Thompson's going to get called. Called. It's going to be a power play here. James Hagens drew the call as he went to the back post. Tage Thompson barking at the refs right now. This is exactly what you can't have. This is a really poor game from Buffalo right now. I mean, Boston looks hungry. Boston's been dangerous. Boston's been pushing the envelope here in this hockey game. It's as simple as that. Alrighty, face off here. Won by Buffalo. Can they get it out? No, they can't. Kept in Pasternak. Turrell's in the corner. Finds McAvoy to Pasternak. Quick shot in front. They score. It's 3-0. And this game is over. Unbelievable. It's a power play goal for Pavel Zacha. Yeah, that just... The Sabres have played so poorly tonight. They had a chance to get it out with Connor Timmins, but his stick got tangled up on the clear-out attempt, and, I mean, it would have been nice to have a power play that could do this. I mean, I don't know. Pasternak played it through the high slot. Zacha was there. Beautiful redirection straight into the back of the net, and yeah. What a critical goal for Boston. Buffalo came from 2 down, but it's going to be a tall task to come back from 3 down. Norris flipping one back to the point. Power with a shot. Sits in front. Doan can't get it towards the crease. And now Boston looking to clear. This deflects up and out of play. I mean, this is pathetic. You can hear a pin drop at the KeyBank Center right now. Really quiet. I mean, this team is just a really pathetic showing in Game 2. Here's a face-off. Nearly won by McLeod, but everyone exited their spots, and Boston's able to get forward here. Here's Middlestad into the corner. Couple good hits here from Boston. It's 3 second-period goals for Boston. And here's another play at the point. They'll send it into the corner. Zacha's there. I mean, this is just so bad. Less than a minute to go. I don't know where the offense is, to be honest. I really couldn't tell you. Bruins fans are rejoicing right now. Good for you guys. I wouldn't say the series is over. It's going to be 1-1 after tonight, but... I mean, Buffalo's giving us no reason to think they'll score 3 or maybe 4 in that third period. Now Byram's just hanging out to the puck. The fans are demanding they do something. He'll just slap it into the Boston zone eventually. I mean, my goodness. They don't have... They're going to get booed here at the end of the second period. I know it. You can already hear the boo birds emerging. Josh Dunn trying to kick it forward. Buffalo just can't get passes together. Waning seconds here in the second period. 3 goals for Boston. 3 goals. And what an awful second period by Buffalo. Wow. And now we get some run-ins here at the end of the period. But, wow. Ugh. Yeah. I don't know. This is really disappointing from Buffalo. I gotta say, very, very disappointing. You would have thought that after that first period where it was very even, both teams had some good opportunities, that Buffalo would use that carryover power play and get to work. But It just didn't happen. Boston, they knew how important this game was after a devastating Game 1 loss. They could have curled up and died after that Sabres' furious comeback in the third period, but they've done the exact opposite. I'll give them a ton of credit here. They are showing a ton of resilience, and it's not Buffalo giving Boston any opportunities. It's Boston taking what they're seeing. They're getting past Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Oh my god, PK Subban, even worse here at the intermission. He still can't get his name right. PK, Mark Messier, Steve Levy can pronounce his name, but Mark Messier and PK Subban, do your homework. That's pathetic. Yeah, I don't know if UPL starts next game. He had a couple softies in Game 1, and now it's two softies. 2 to 3 goals here tonight should not have gone in. That first goal and that second goal both should not have happened for Boston. A top goalie would not have let that happen. So that's really concerning. He's not been convincing through 2 games, excuse me. You're a Minnesota fan? Welcome. Thank you for joining us. If you're joining me now, hoping that I will crash out, not yet. After the final horn is sounded, then I'll crash out. The governor? No, I don't hate PK Subban more than the others, but he just said Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen or something. I mean, he couldn't get the names right, and this is a running joke, I guess, from Game 1, where both Mark Messier and PK Subban both couldn't pronounce UPL's name without looking at it. Which, again, that's their job. It's not cute or funny to get players' names wrong, and I shouldn't be getting triggered. I wouldn't be getting all pissy if the Sabres were winning, I suppose, but I mean, it's their job. Again, they get paid a handsome amount of money to be able to pronounce names and analyze the game, and when they can't do either, that's an issue. Satisfaction guaranteed is the rule everywhere else. I agree. I mean, yeah. Keep the faith, people. OMG, it's only Game 2. I agree. Sawyer, you said earlier, I'm going to call you out for this. You said Sabres might not win the series. Pump the brakes. Hold on. It's only Game 2. But this has been a really... That was a brutal second period. Nothing went right for Buffalo. Everything went right for Boston. We don't need to address goaltending. Yeah, I'd say so. Well, we're saying that right now. All right, there's still plenty of not only this game, but God damn. I mean, we're looking at a couple things here. All right. First off, goaltending has not been ideal this game. And I understand that people are going to say we need to look at goaltending. Let's not have knee-jerk reactions quite yet. I want to see how the rest of this game plays out. I want to see the Sabres. Let's see how they respond. Because again, in the first period, in the first game, there was hope that they would break through. Because they were dominating the game. They were in the offensive zone. Boston was trying to absorb as much pressure as possible. And Buffalo was on the front foot. They were murdering them in all 3 phases of that hockey game. Tonight, I don't see that. I see a team lacking the juice. I see a team lacking any sort of offensive willpower. That's what concerns me. That's why I'm a little more down tonight than I were in Game 1. They also play great on the road. I have faith. Boston, I think, was the second best home team in the NHL. They don't lose at TD Garden, which is why this game was going to be so important. So important. Yeah, I agree with you, Fleek. Yeah, let's just calm down. I know everyone's upset. I know the game hasn't gone well. Luukkonen has looked awful. That's not an understatement. That's not an exaggeration. That's not knee-jerk either. Objectively, he's been really bad tonight. But we need to settle down. PK and Marks... yeah, they're... I just try not to watch ESPN's intermission feed. TNT's got a good one. Anson Carter, Liam McHugh, Paul Bizanet, and Henrik Lundqvist. Those guys are great. They actually understand and respect the game. And you would expect that Mark Messier and PK Subban would do the same thing, but it's like they've been told to be extra silly, which is kind of out of personality for Mark Messier. Not so much for PK. That's kind of his vibe. He's kind of the fun one, I suppose, but it just comes off as fake and plastic. Whereas at the TNT intermission feed, it feels real and organic, I guess. You can tell when people are faking the silliness or not. And PK definitely, and PK and Mark Messier, they're not friends, so they definitely do. Yeah, I mean, Bella, we're talking about a Sabres needing an early third period goal here. But I'm hoping. I really do. I'm hoping. But they're going to have to show us something in the third period that they haven't all game long, which is desire. They're going to have to want that third period. I mean, all you need is one. Again, I mentioned it earlier, the Sabres score in bunches. So if you look at it from that standpoint, the Sabres have a chance. Sabres have a chance. They have that comeback ability, but I wish they didn't do this to themselves. Oh my gosh, yeah. If the Sabres score 3 or 4 goals in the third period, I won't have a voice for a week. I won't be able to call games 3 or 4. Yeah, I'm watching the Montreal game right now. Coley Fleur? Was I alive for Hasek? No, Smiley, I was not. I was not alive. Don, what do you know about the Arby's Meat Mountain? Can't say I'm familiar with it. Sounds really good for you. Speaking of teams that need a game to resolve, Tampa. Jeez, they desperately need something. They score 3 goals in 4 minutes, guys. Yeah, again, there is hope for that. But Buffalo, we're gonna need to see more. I'm not gonna say anything until I believe it. I'm gonna hope. I'm gonna continue to hope as a Sabres fan that they can turn this around. All they need to do too is get it to overtime. It's not like they have to win in regulation. Does the host take his shirt off? The governor wishes I took my shirt off. Feel old? No, I couldn't do that. Yeah, I'm gonna need to see a lot more. And okay. If Lindy Ruff talked to these guys during the first intermission, said, "Let's go, come on, let's get our feet moving." I can't now. I'm sure a lot of F-bombs are being dropped in that Sabres locker room. I bit down on the side of my cheek earlier today during lunch. Very disappointed in myself. It hurts. My cheek hurts. Uko Papka Poopkanen. Nice. Nice. That's good. That's good. Did you double overtime Senators game? The Resman? Did I watch it? I watched it. Yeah, I did watch it. Yeah, can Yarmo go downstairs and just say, "Hey guys, you are all worthless"? I had steak fried rice. It was really good. I just wish we could get a goal. I know, he really does. Please, Sabres, if you win tonight, I'll marry my ex again. Oh, jeez, Chris. No way, dog. There's like a 10% chance that could happen. Are you really certain you want to do that, Chris? Are you sure? Are you sure you want to do that? I mean, by all means, if the Sabres win, by all means, go right ahead. Okay. I'm sure all the haters across the NHL are like, "Yes, suffrage. They're not really that good. They're trash. But, Chad, this is an interesting question. Do we poll UPO now for Alex Lyon. Is that the play? Should we do that? Low key. I thought so. What was in Dan's chat? Who's Dan? Who is Dan? I don't know. No? What are we saying no to? I'm just gonna... But I'm new here. What's going on? Oh, yes? Are you guys responding to my question? I can never tell. Chat's always 15 seconds behind. Thank you, YouTube. Dan Mitchell. Can't say I watch him. No. I'm not a viewer of his... Covers the Bills. I see. Yeah, I don't watch him. Oh, Corey Perry just hit the post. How's there only 15? Oh, this is in the third period. I was about to ask, why is there still 15 minutes left in the second for the Montreal-Tampa game, but it's actually in the third. Montreal's still got a 2-1 lead here, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I don't really care if you guys drop another channel name. That doesn't bother me. I will shadow ban you forever if you drop another channel name, though. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. This is really serious, guys. Really serious. You mod for him? Nice. Well, I posted the 7-minute long playoff intro video. Nice. Yeah, exactly, Marcus. You know, yeah, again, if anyone's wondering, why we shouldn't put Alex Lyon in, we haven't seen him for a couple weeks. He's just coming back from an injury, and he gave up 2 of 3 in Washington a few weeks ago. No one watches their competition on YouTube. Gets a little testy on here. I guess. I mean, I don't have a beef with anyone. There's no rivalry. I'm happy. Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, Bella, I mean, I cover the Sabres. I'd say this channel, we try to cover things evenly. Probably more Sabres than Bills, I suppose. Just because that's what I know more hockey than football. Oh, a couple guys just got killed for Tampa. I love it. You love to see it. Oop, that's not this Canadian Bruins fan. Age drop, 55 years and counting. Jeez, Bruins fan. Your sub there? Thank you, Bella. Appreciate it. All right, Resman, I appreciate that. Oh, Alex blind in backup. Yeah, damned if you don't, damned if you do in terms of polling. I mean, when things aren't going well for the goalies, it really does feel like they're streaky, though, right? I mean, and again, when things don't go well for the goalies, I mean, you have Luukkonen, Lyon, and Ellis. None of those guys you would say can just turn it on like that. Maybe Lyon, but I couldn't say any of them are guys you can super duper trust in the playoffs. But we got a few minutes left here on the intermission. Thanks for sticking with me, folks. Hopefully the Sabres return to the third with a lot more energy. That's the word I've been looking for. I've been saying willpower, want, desire, energy. Energy is the big word. That's the word. That's the motto for the third period. If you're Buffalo, Boston, just stay the course. I can feel my voice dying. On the one hand, I want the Sabres to win. On the other, do I want to lose my voice again? Oh, what we got here? Boston Bruins. Oh, Jellyfish. He's back. Nice. Has UPO played any playoffs before this? No, Res is not. Much like the rest of this organization, this is... Or I'm sorry, not the organization. For the rest of his roster, UPO is playing in only a second career playoff game. So, yep. They need to get their heads out of there. Yes, sir, Marcus. Keep it up, bro, in here. I'm here with you. I appreciate it, Jeremy. I appreciate it. Yeah. I'm trying to stay positive. You know, after that hater said I was too whiny, I took it hard. Okay? I'm really getting emotional here. And I'm trying not to be whiny. I'm trying to be happy, hopeful. Unfortunately, that's just not who I am, so I'm not going to do that. I could try, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say it how I see it. Ukko-Pekka lets him in, yeah. Should I watch the Sabres Bruins game, the third period in Spanish? What do we think, chat? Should I get my Spanish up? My Spanish skills? That'd be fun. But we got people drifting back in here. If ESPN will ever reload. 4 goals yesterday in 6 minutes. Yeah, believe. Josh Allen's in the house. Sure can believe. Oh, ESPN, don't do this to me, not now. Don't do this to me. No, come back. Come back, ESPN. And internet at large. If they came back from 3-0, I maybe would take off my shirt and start twirling it around. That may happen. I am genuinely would consider doing that, okay? That would be funny. Alrighty. Oh, and I haven't said this at all in a while. I haven't bothered you guys, but please subscribe if you like what you're seeing. I know we're not meeting, if you're new, under the best of circumstances, if you're a Sabres fan. But we are 16 away from our next mini milestone of 3,700 subs. We're a smaller channel, Buffalo Sports Center. So I every single subscriber counts and means a lot. I'd appreciate it. Well, he's doing good considering he must be nervous. I don't know. You saying UPO is doing good? Any given Tuesday, I'm watching NESN. I'm sure they're loving it. Don, if they win this game, you can run around Louisville shirtless, screaming, "Let's go, Buffalo." I may. I'll probably get I'll look like a couple of other guys who came on the streets. It's normal. I'll go up and accost people and say, "Let's go, Buffalo." But we're about to return here for the third period, folks. Again, if you're just joining us here, Boston scored 3 goals in the second period, and the crowd goes mild on the outside. Nothing to cheer for. They get a few extra female subscribers. Oh, the resume with a $2 dono. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. But looking at the replay, why did a Sabres fan stand up? Buffalo can do it. I got faith. But if Boston scores a 4th here, it's over. It'll be over. Am I from Louisville? No, I'm from Buffalo, but I go to school here in Louisville. But we are returning to play here. Boston with a commanding lead. Buffalo needs to get their energy up. The fans are still trying to will this team. They got the towels going right now. But we gotta do something here. This is, I guess, for the game. What do you mean, I guess? It is for the game, dumb guy. We are underway, folks, as Boston plays it through the play. Here's Arvidson. Dear God. It's 4. It's game. Wow. Arvidson. Wow. It's over. It's over. Oh my goodness. Pull him. Pull Luukkonen. Luukkonen's looking over to the bench. He knows. Thank you, Dina. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen's looking over to the bench. That's awful. Why is he leaning over so much? Why is he leaning over? I mean, Boston's carving us up. Line's coming. He's getting some game action here. Luukkonen's done. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen's evening is over. As Boston, only 16 seconds into the third period, take a nothing lead. And again, this game is just not gone according to plan. Ugh. Ugh. Brutal. You graduated from high school. Nice. Good for you. But Boston has chased Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen from his crease. It's Alex Lyon's net now here for the remainder of the third. And we're talking about the Sabres needing more energy here in the third period, but that just hasn't happened. Ugh. I'm going to refresh. Here's a play in the far corner here. I mean, what do I don't even want to watch this game anymore. Sabres got to get this puck out. 7 goals on 39 shots is awful. What an awful game. But we got a couple boo birds. I mean, Buffalo, can we string a pass together? Gosh darn. Minton now walking in, takes the shot, rebounds right on, sits in the crease, they whack away at it. Let's not let this get ugly now. Here's Lindholm, his seam pass broken up by Zucker, and here comes Quinn the other way. Quinn on his own right now. He tries to dump it in deep, but again, nothing's going here for Buffalo. Ellis is in the press box. Corrali cut off in the corner. They center this one. Quick shot on goal. Lyon makes the save. What an awful game. What an awful game here for the Sabres. Mighty unfortunate how this game is unfolded. Buffalo looking to... I mean, Boston could have rolled over and died, especially with how they lost in game 1. But they didn't. They needed this game, and boy, have they got it. UPO lost this game when that's what I said. Didn't I say that? Well, maybe you weren't maybe you weren't here, but I said a similar point. Troy Dog training. I mean, you know, it wasn't about that he gave up the weak goal. It's about his confidence after that. Is he in his own head? Where is he at mindset-wise? But he just clearly wasn't into it after that. But, yeah. I mean, this is brutal. I mean, you had to come out of the penalty box. I mean, we can talk about Luukkonen all we want, but the Sabres D-man, I think it was Dahlin or Samuelson, I couldn't tell who, making a really ill-fated pinch there. Oh, there's another shot that just trickles wide of the near post and line. Oh, looks like Buffalo's going to get a power play here. And now we got some rustling here as both fourth lines get into it. Smiley, I have been to the Bills backers bar here. I was at Tin Roof. I was at Tin Roof for the Bills-Broncos game. And you can imagine how that went. Ooh, McAvoy and Dunn. They're trying to drop the gloves, but the linesman won't let them get separated. Screw you, linesman. Get out of the way. Stop making this all about you. Stop doing that. Are you kidding me? So I wonder if we're going to get... Boston had the original penalty, and now look at Logan Stanley's going to drop the gloves here with Mark Kastelik. If you're not going to win, at least stand up for yourselves, and that's what Buffalo's doing here. Stanley and Kastelik getting involved, trading a couple of right hooks. They're crushed up against the board, so not a lot of space to move around from anybody. Now Kastelik will just... Oh! He'll throw Kastelik down to the ice. Bro didn't have his bucket on. That could have been dangerous. Is it Josh Allen just a bad luck charm? And now McAvoy is yapping with Beck Malenstein. And Kastelik has a few words for the bench as he skates by. He's got a cut on his nose here. But this shouldn't underscore how bad of a game this has been for Buffalo. They were going to get the original penalty here before all hell broke loose between these fourth lines. And that's as a fourth line. That's their job. Looks like McAvoy is being guided out of the penalty box now. He's going off to the dressing room. Is he getting misconduct? I wonder if Charlie McAvoy's getting a game misconduct here. He threw out the hip check there on Beck Malenstein. It was a clean. It was a nice check. It flipped Malenstein over. Malenstein flipped over. Josh Dunn responding. It was a penalty for interference originally on McAvoy. We'll get an explanation from the ref here.
That's a 2-minute minor penalty for tripping. 2-minute minor penalty for roughing. Boston number 47. Buffalo number 29. 2-minute minor penalty. Roughing. Buffalo number 64. 5-minute penalty for fighting.
Okay.
Power play, 5-on-4.
Buffalo's going to have a power play. All right. So you heard it there first, folks, from the referee.
The kind of guy, since
Buffalo
you're on,
looking to break this goal drought here.
I don't
be going
like
back to the
power play people.
Ugh, Buffalo. I guess if you want to start a furious comeback, it starts here, right? It starts here. And there's Castlick getting in his face. Stanley said, I've had enough of this. We're gonna get at it. We're gonna fight here. I guess that'll get the crowd a little into it. But can you imagine if this power play just kills us here? And Boston's had 2 power play goals this series. Both were huge. Buffalo, 0. It's going to have to be a difference maker. And there's Charlie McAvoy still talking to Beck Malenstein, I believe, over at the penalty box. But he gets sent to the dressing room. Wonder if we'll see him again tonight. Buffalo has a power play out of all of that mess. But all right. Can Norris win a face-off? Will he? Can he? The answer is yes, he can. Dahlin at the line. Walks across to Zucker. Zucker looks, scampers, finds Dahlin. Quick shot into the gut of Swayman. No traffic in front. Swayman's had not much to do here tonight. Montreal still with a 2-1 lead over Tampa in Game 2. Another face-off here. This one is lost. Sent to the corner by Zucker. Puck's pinned against the boards. It's played to an open point. There's a foot raise. Dahlin just keeps it in. Plays it towards the corner, but Thompson overskates the puck. And now the clearing attempt goes just outside the line. Dahlin thought he kept it in, but nuh-uh. He didn't, unfortunately. My goodness. There's just not been any energy here at the KeyBank Center. Yeah, Matt Chatter, we are cooked. There are a lot of depressed looking faces at that arena right now. Here's Dahlin after the face-off win. If only they could do that inside the zone. Dahlin shoots it in. Finds Hampus Lindholm. Peak now behind his own goal. Peak in tight. Turns it over to Josh Norris. Norris now with the puck on a stick over the near faceoff dot. He'll float it back up top. Dahlin just kept it under his reach. Now to Norris. Take the shot. He does. It's blocked. He'll never shoot again. Here's Norris. Down to the goal line. Quick in front. That shot from Thompson blocked. Jeannot picks up the rebound and will send it down the ice with 50 seconds left here in this power play. Zucker with a quick up pass from Lyon. Zucker into the corner, turns the puck over. Boston takes it. Can't clear. McLeod walking down the line. Down inside to Tuck. Finds Doan, but his shot deflects up and out of play. Yay. Power play still getting nothing going. Woohoo. Woohoo. Well, we got a studio update here from Montreal. Did Tampa just score? I believe they have. Nikita Kucherov scored to tie that Tampa game up. Alrighty. Sabres win another face-off. McLeod into the high slot. Pass intended for Alex Tuch got broken up, but Boston can't clear. Bo Byram keeping it in. Finds Doan on the far side up top to Byram. Byram back outside to Doan. Take the shot. He does. Into the glove of Swayman. My goodness, we're never going to get score on this guy. 17 seconds left on the Sabres power play. I'm depressed. Yeah, what is a goal? I don't know. I am sad. We are sad. Life is rough. Sabres going to drop game 2 probably, barring a miracle. Here's McLeod. McLeod wins it to the board. Sabres trying to get to this loose puck. They do. Benson on it. Benson doesn't take the shot. Walks into the corner. Can't lose the puck, buddy. Here's Benson. Back up top to Byram. Far side. That pass missed the mark. Away from McLeod. Boston can't get to it. Boston back to even strength, though. Here's Doan with a shot. The flux wide. And the Bruins are back to even strength here as they gain possession. Here's Zadorov. Zadorov can't clear. Trying to merge from the zone. Just finally gets by Doan, and now here comes Boston. We need to get drunk. It's only Tuesday, Joseph. We can't do that yet. Sabres tipping it on goal. Sabres just pinned to the outside. 0 for 30 on the power play. Yes. Oh, Samuelson. Nothing's going right here. It's just not our night. It is not our night in any stretch of the imagination. So game 3 will be Thursday night in Boston, folks. So no rest for the wicked here. As we tick, tick, tick on the rest of this hockey game. Pastrnak moving forward. He'll throw this one into the Buffalo zone. Timmins now swimming around in his own end. He'll throw it around to the far side. Met there by Benson. Benson throws it in for Krebs. Krebs in front. Here's Tage with a shot that nearly leaked through the 5-hole of Swayman, but he freezes it. I can't believe. I mean, we're down 4-0, guys. We're 14 minutes left. I mean, we're talking about a goal real soon. Ooh, that almost went in, actually. Deflected off the stick of Zadorov. Yeah, I mean, that's... I predicted this series would go 6 games. But I'm really disappointed in how the Sabres have responded to adversity tonight. Really super-duper disappointed. It's been a lackluster performance, and they've kind of wilted, much like Boston in the first period. And there's McAvoy, actually, in the press box. Or in the... not press box, the penalty box. But we just have not been well. Not done well. Here's Tage Thompson leaning into this face-off. Nope, now he's going to get tossed. Tuch will replace him. Tuch wins it back for Thompson. Thompson to the point. Here's Timmins. His pass blocked. Ooh, and nearly a breakaway the other way for Pastrnak. We got to stop just giving up 3 breakaways. Boston hasn't given us a single one. Here's Benson handling. Ooh, Zadorov just flattened Benson in the corner. Here's Timmins. Near side. Tallinn with a shot to flex wide. Tuch with a shot. Right on. Oh! Get after Zadorov. Enough of this asshole. And then he gets decked! Take him out! Take him out! That's all I care about. Go after him. Zadorov has flattened a couple of our guys tonight. Get our ice. Go. Get him off. Go after him. I'm glad they stood up. Because who was that in front that just got flattened like a pancake? I think that was Benson. Zadorov, being the bully that he is, goes after the smallest guy on the ice. Good for him. I'm sure he feels big, strong, and tough. Get in the penalty box, you dumb mule. Go. Go. And here's Peake still talking with Benson. Oh, now we're going to a commercial here. I mean, that's just totally unnecessary from Zadorov. Look at Dalian, actually. He comes by and kind of slew foots Zadorov. Yeah, can we just skip to the end of this game? Can we sim to the end of regulation here? Can we throw Boston in the pit? I would love to. I'd absolutely love to do that. All right. All right. This game has been so fun, isn't it? Hasn't it? Oh, we're so excited going into it. There's 3 fights going on right now? And ESPN's in a commercial break? I just missed my mouth. Oops. Make sure to like and subscribe. There's 88 of you. I'm sure not all 88. I would appreciate it. Every single one counts. I should be on for Game 3 in Boston. Should be. I have an exam that morning, but I don't think that'll wipe me out for the whole day. Oh, there goes my internet. Now it's back. Come back. So I'm missing a fight. We're missing a fight. Thank you, ESPN. Now the refs are over talking at the box. So now ESPN's informing us on what happened. There's Tage Thompson, bear hug, and Morgan Geeky. Let's see what happened here. Looks like the first line guys, they're all just getting involved here. Did Thompson drop the gloves? I mean, there were a bunch of wrestling going on there. Benson's going at it. Ooh, Benson threw a punch on Peak right in front of the refs. Who got a penalty here? There's 3 guys in the box here for Buffalo. Tux joined Timmins and Stanley. There's 4 guys over there. Zadorov is blocking the door because he's a big dumb ox. I really don't like Nikita Zadorov. I don't. And now Beck Malenstein is jawing at it here with Tanner Jeannot right at the bench. Why are we listening to Leah Hextall? Ray Ferraro could be telling us everything that's going on. All the chirps that are happening right now. Instead, we're talking about team themes with Lindy Ruff. Oh, their timing's just impeccable tonight. I appreciate you, feed. Thanks. Yeah, thank you for watching. Your feed. I appreciate it. So we got 4 guys in the penalty box here for Boston. I wonder if anyone else will be joining here for Buffalo. We're at full capacity in the boxes here. It looks like, is Beck Malenstein joining them, or is he just giving someone a piece of equipment? I mean, the refs are still trying to sort this all out. So now we got 4 guys. Benson has just joined the party in the box. Zadorov equals an ex. I know he's an ex-Sabre. I don't care. I don't like Nikita Zadorov. He's slow. He's dumb. He's big and just dumb. He's dirty. He goes after the smallest guy on the ice. He doesn't actually drop the gloves. He's a wuss. Oh, man. So the boxes are packed. There's 4 guys on each side. I'm assuming we'll get 5-on-5 hockey out of all of this. All this delay and whatnot. Bum. Still waiting here. Is Timmins getting a misconduct here? Nope. He's getting a seat on the bench. Nope, Ray Ferraro, you're wrong. You're wrong. Stop hypothesizing, pal. You're 0 for like a billion tonight. Yeah, that's not great. It's not great being scoreless for 5.5 periods. All right, what are we still waiting for? Can't someone sort this out? I think someone else here is getting... Nope. Boston's just moving around. They're trying to find space. Alrighty. So I think we're all settled out. We still are awaiting an official announcement here from the refs. We haven't gotten one. Quebec. Thank you for joining us, Jonathan. Appreciate it. Make sure specifically, yeah, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out. So we got fourth lines out here for both teams. Can we get another brawl? Can we get a brawl? I mean, Jordan Greenway's talking right now. He's talking. And now Charlie McAvoy's joining the party in the box for Boston. Jeannot wants to fight someone. I wonder if... Are we going to get another... Oh, look, there's nobody on each bench right now. There is nobody on the benches at the moment. This is hilarious. All right, we finally have dropped the puck here. Fourth line's out for both teams. I mean, everybody's in the penalty boxes. Boston's headhunting. Mason Lohrei turning it over. Greenway now. There's still 13 minutes here, but this game is falling away here from Buffalo. Boston in complete control, but they turn it over in front. Power can't poke it past Swayman. And we have another scrum after the play. Can we just drop the gloves? Are we able to forfeit this game if everyone's in the penalty box? Can we do that? I want some beer league action. This is fantastic. I want some beer league action. If we're gonna lose this game, let's lose in style. I gotta say, what is Victor Arvidsson's problem with Buffalo? He scored 2 a couple weeks ago in the regular season in that 4-3 Boston win over us, and he scored 2 tonight. What did we do to him? Did we pass on him in free agency or something? I really don't appreciate this effort from him. All right. Tanner Jeannot is still yapping at the Sabres bench. All right, another face-off here. Lost by McLeod. Boston gets it to the line. Just out. Here's Jonathan Asperos. Wheeling and dealing this puck into the zone. Arvidson, he's on the ice. He's on a hat-trick watch. This unfortunately feels like so many Sabres drought games against Boston where we just get murdered on home ice. It's unfortunate. But it's all about the response, isn't it, folks? All about that response. I say that, damn it, the Sabres just iced the puck. I gotta stop trying. I gotta stop trying. At this point, I just want to get these final 12 minutes over with and get out of this game. Let's not drag this game out for any longer than it needs to be. Game controller, I would have to agree with you. Up by 4 with 12:39 to go. Yeah. All right, so we're back into play here as Samuelson shoots this in. Not in the goal, I wish. Here's Boston. Going forward here with Pasternak. Has it poked off his stick at the blue line. Dolly now can move the other way. Buffalo still with no goals on the board. Can we settle the puck down at all? Can we settle the puck down at all? Ah! We will never do that! Boston feels like they have 7 guys on the ice. Why? They're just everywhere tonight. They really were in their bag for this game. It's brutal. It's brutal, chat. I'm not used to this. The Sabres haven't had a game like this in a while. We're talking since Washington a few weeks ago. But look at the Sabres play sloppy here. Aspero with a quick shot on goal. Saved by Luukkonen. Rebound goes to the corner. Here's a glove down attempt. Buffalo still can't clear. Arvidson wrestles onto that loose puck behind the net. And they wrestle around. Here they go. Middlestat to the high slot. Turned aside by Lyon. Again, can we get the puck? And now we have a penalty here. It's going to get called against Buffalo. Ugh. Enough of this game. 5 power plays in one game for Boston. Ugh, this is just a sloppy, undisciplined, no fun hockey game. I mean, if Buffalo plays like this in Game 3, we're going to lose in 5. I mean, they just got to use this game as a learning curve here. Riding the highs of Game 1, they have gotten their asses kicked here tonight. This is an unacceptable effort. They know that. Lindy Ruff knows that. They have to discuss and make quick adjustments on the fly because Thursday's going to be huge. We're looking at a tied series. Anyone's series. Alrighty, so the Bruins on the power play lose the initial faceoff, and Byram now can move forward. Oh! He just got hit a couple times, got sandwiched. No call from the refs. That's cool. And Byram's still jostling at it with Morgan Geekie. Can't we just headshot one of those guys? I don't care if we get a call or something, but that'd be fun. Goodbye, Bella. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Here's McAvoy, dropping it back to Elias Lindholm. Hey, crisscross. Again, can we use this for our zone entries on power plays? It's working. Oh, the Sabres get it out this time. Still, plenty of space on each bench. Here's Pasternak trying to go forward. Looking for Geekie. Has it poked away by Beck Malenstein. Oh. Logan Stanley, settle that puck down, pal. Here's Fraser Minton. Victor Arvidson up top. Hampus Lindholm doesn't take the shot. Slides it across to Arvidson. Arvidson to Minton. Minton curls. Got space. Takes the shot. Fanned on it. Greenway can't clear the first time. Picks up the loose puck. He'll ring it around the glass. And it squeaks out of the zone. 30 seconds remain on this Boston power play. I mean, there is nobody talking at the key bank. It is dead quiet. What a lackluster and very disappointing game here for Buffalo. Middlestat centering effort failed, and Buffalo maybe with something shorthanded. Here's Middlestat driving up the near side, sends it in front. Byram's got robbed by Swayman. There's going to be a penalty call here. Lyon off to the bench. Delayed penalty coming up against Boston. They send it out in front. Now they'll touch on it. And that'll be the end of that Bruins power play. Gosh, we just can't score. There's a man down on the ice in front of the net. It's Byram. Buffalo's going to the power play. Can they go for 31?
The kind
Hagen's
of guy,
gonna go
if
2
on
for
a
hook
power play, out.
here.
Power play people.
We're going to a commercial, I guess. This ref is losing his voice. He's had to talk a heck of a lot tonight. See this replay here. How close? Oh, he fanned on it. Ugh. Yeah, so commercial break here, folks. Like and sub, poor favor. I'd really appreciate that. Oh, computer. Stop. Stop being buffery. Yeah, we got 70 of you here with me. I'm about to check the likes. They better be high, otherwise I'm going to be even more sad. Okay, I'm already sad. Sabres have killed all of my energy here. And there goes the internet. Okay, cool. All because I opened up another tab. This computer just cannot handle that. Oh, the pain. Indeed, indeed. Oh, I made a huge mistake, chat. My computer can't handle this. Uh-oh. 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 My screen. Uh-oh. I'm getting the loading bar of death. Uh-oh. There goes that tab. No, no, no. Stop. Stop it, computer. Cooperate. Cooperate. Come on. Internet's with me here. Computer, don't do this to me. Please. And don't buffer on me, Flo from Progressive. I don't like that. I don't appreciate that. God damn it. I gotta have to open up my phone for this. Alright, there we go. We're back. Alright, I'm not gonna try that again. Note to self, don't open up another tab on this desktop right now. This desktop is barely operating as is. Alright, let's go to live here. Oh, crap. I missed it here. Looks like ESPN helped me miss a couple of seconds of the power play. We had a chance. Doan had it at the back post, but couldn't get it to go. It looks like fans of the arena beating the traffic. Darlene drops it back. Here's Quinn. Up the near side. Leaves it for Talk. Finds Doan. His pass just off the skate of Zucker. Again, nothing's going right here. Nothing's clean or crisp. Here's Darlene for Quinn. Quinn walks down low. Emerging to Tuck in front. Tuck fan on the shot. Now to Darlene outside to Tuck. Tuck, can we just get one? To Darlene, taps it long. Quinn with a shot. Easy save for Swayman. Play continues. A minute to go now. Darlene with a shot right on goal. Bounces wide of Swayman. Now around to Quinn. Hey, we got things set up here on the power play. I love this. Unfortunately, they don't move. Darlene with a shot. Again, another save by Swayman. Swept across to Zucker. No shot from him. He'll just play it back to Quinn. Quinn walks down. No shot again. Quinn. It's so predictable. Oh, Quinn. Please do something. Darlene far side. Thompson on the one-timer. Saved by Swayman. Sabres, can they get to the rebound? Talk to Doan. Doan just kind of shovels it around. Jeannot picks up the loose puck. Nice. Oh, no, I was going to... Jeannot just gets it out. 18 seconds left. We're about to go 8 for 31, but here's Talk looking to change that. Finds Quinn. Moves across. Quinn takes the shot. Got blocked. Talk just keeps it in. As the power play dwindles down, here's Darlene, that pass in the skate. He plays it to the point. Near side, Norris with a high shot that goes into the glove of Swayman for another save. 6.5 minutes to go here. Buffalo just... Meh. This is sad. If you're heading out, folks, I don't blame you. This game is over. Buffalo just didn't have it tonight. I mean, we'd be lucky to even get a goal. There goes all the fans. What a shame. Ugh, Boston with another face-off win here tonight. Oh, flip this high and into this Buffalo zone here. Power picks it up. He'll move forward. Has a stick lifted by Casey Middlestat. Power continues, though. Able to shrug him aside. Buffalo forward. They'll float it into the Boston zone. Here's Power in front to Byram. His shot scores! With 6 minutes to go, Buffalo's on the board. That's a consolation, but hey, we'll take it. Come on! Alrighty, we'll take that. At least we can beat Swayman. So Bo Byram's going to get his first power play goal, or first postseason goal here for Buffalo. It's Power with a nice feed. Left it for Malenstein, who gave it to Byram, who goes top corner with a perfect shot. 3 more, please. Pretty please. Ooh, what a rip. What a rip. Pretty muted celebration here from Buffalo. Why are we showing the watch party? What do we have to celebrate about? We're still down by 3. But it's nice to see the Sabres actually get on the board. And the crowd stirs. Boston still with a big lead. Imagine if Luukkonen played good tonight. Here's Dahlin in the offensive zone. Near side, Tuch with a shot. Could have gone far side with it. He tried to, but he missed the target. Can't pass those opportunities up. Good play by... Looks like Lindy's actually jumbled the lines up. McLeod's out there with Tuch and Quinn. Here's Quinn working off the boards to the net. How did he not get this by? Sabres have an empty net here. Here's Lane with a shot blocked in front. Lindy getting very aggressive. Oh, you have an extra... Pasternak trying to get that towards the empty net, blocked off. But Buffalo putting loads of pressure on Boston there. And there goes my internet. Cool. Now it's back. Here's Dahlin to Norris. Norris will shoot this one in. Lohrei speeds through to it. Tuch plays it back to the point. To Dahlin outside. To Tuch. Back to Dahlin with a shot! Off the post and in! It's 2! Wow! Hello there! Peyton Krebs putting it in. It's a 2-goal game, ladies and gentlemen. Ho-ho! Don't call it a comeback. Just like game 1, the Sabres are putting a couple goals together here. It's, I mean, we got a game with 4:52. Have we seen bigger collapses? And the place is alive. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get the towels going. The watch party is going crazy. They're jumping. They're jumping for joy as Peyton Krebs shovels this puck across the goal line. I mean, let's see here. Dahlin's initial shot banked off the post, bounced right in front of Krebs, and he just shoveled this through the 5-hole of Swayman and into the back of the net. So it's not over yet, folks. It's not over. And, all right. Boston's going to use a timeout here to settle things down. It's a game. It's a game. I mean, again, if only Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen had not played like crap, then this would have been a cool game. But now the crowd's into it. You can hear them. Chat, don't look now. Don't look now. The Sabres are coming back. Wave your towels. Oh, boy. Is Boston grinding their teeth a little bit? Do they remember game 1? Guys, the Sabres just got to keep things tied up at 0 going until the final 5 minutes of the third. Then we'll score a bunch of goals. But it's 2 quick goals for Buffalo. 2 goals in a minute 16. Let's get 2 more. 2 more, please. Alrighty, face off at center. 1 here by Buffalo. I wonder how quick... Oh, Lindy's going to pull the goalie right now. Lying off to the bench. Byram, his pass deflects into the zone. McAvoy gets to it first. Deflects it to the blue line. Just gets out, and Buffalo turns it over. Doan to Kastelik off the outside of the net. He gets another try, blocked in front by McLeod, but that was the game. That was the game for Boston. I'm surprised, too, that Lindy has pulled the goalie. Fans are on their feet here at the KeyBank Center. Tuch with 6-on-5 hockey here. Buffalo's grabbed the 2 quick goals to give themselves a fighting chance. Here's Doan below the goal line to Krebs. Here's Krebs along the boards up top. Byram doesn't take the shot. He flays it out wide instead. Now down low in front. Oh, Doan couldn't connect. Now here's Byram again walking down the line. Byram trying to send this to the front. His play is angled out. Boston gets it to the line. Kept in by Krebs with his skate. Here's Krebs to the front of the net. That shot goes high and wide. Now Boston will be able to clear it. Lindholm sends it down the ice. And that will be an icing call against Boston. 3 33 left. Marco Stern trying to reassure his guys on the bench. But Buffalo's coming. Huh. Interesting. And now the fans are going after Swayman. 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 Here's another draw. To the left of Swayman. Norris leans into it. Norris loses it cleanly. Jesus. Corelli gets it around. McAvoy just gets it out of the zone. 95 people joining us. It's not over yet. Here's Quinn. Quinn through the middle. He had a man going, but now Boston picks it off. They'll send it down the ice. This will not be an icing. Arvidson negates it. Arvidson holds on to the puck and wastes time here. Great play by Victor Arvidson to keep the play held up. And Buffalo will emerge, though. Here's Quinn. Can't turn the puck over here. To Quinn. Quinn plays it around. Buffalo. One player doesn't have a stick. It's Greenway. He had a man in front, but couldn't find him. Buffalo gets along the boards, and Boston gets it out. They'll chip it out to center. Here's 2:40 now. Sabres, again, quickly through center. Here's Quinn. Quinn, his shot got partially blocked. Rebounds to the corner. Sabres get it to the point. Here's Power. Far side. Byram's shot. Breaks a stick there. Boston's only got a couple guys. Here's Byram with another shot. Right on goal. Swayman sees it and makes it the save. With 2:20 to go. If only we could have played like this the rest of the hockey game, that would have been great. That would have been great. And now, are we really going to a commercial break here? ESPN, don't do this to us now. No. Ugh. We are actually going to a commercial break, folks. This is not the time to do that. Why? Nah. Alas. We got 105 people in the chat here. Make sure to like and sub. Sabres trying to mount what would be an improbable, furious comeback. The comeback of all ages. They're only down by 2. They were down by 4. Just a pair of goals picked up by Byram and Peyton Krebs has made this game somewhat interesting. So we wait to get out of this commercial. Please, please get us out of this commercial break. ESPN, let's get the shovelers off. We don't. You already got. You're a $1 billion corporation. You don't need this. You don't care. You don't care about this specific ad. Let's just cut it short and get back to what we all want and care about. But Buffalo's been playing 6-on-5 hockey, and they've been controlling it, actually. But yeah, they've been controlling play here. We'll see what the Sabres can do in the final 2 minutes and 20 seconds, but I'm not gonna say anything one way or the other. But here we go, returning to play now. A lot of fans have left. This would be up there with that Bills-Ravens game in week 1, where the Bills came back from 40-25 with like 3 minutes left. That would be this. Except I don't even know, because that was a 3-possession game. Yeah, I guess these comebacks would be on par with one another. But Buffalo still has the empty net here. Face off to the left of Swayman. McLeod, he's got to win it. He does. Controlled by the Sabres. Here's Krebs. Back up top to Byram. Out wide. There's a shot blocked in front. Here's Pasternak high off the glass. He'll get it down the ice. Not far enough for an icing, though. Again, if Luukkonen had just played an okay game, we wouldn't be in this position. Buffalo's clear an attempt. Bounces off a leg and out of play. 1:58 remains. Oh, this computer is just driving me nuts. But look at Swayman. After that second goal, he's immediately calling for a timeout there. He did not want a repeat of Game 1 happening. Alrighty. Face off here at center. Buffalo still with the goalie pole. They win it. Here's Dahlin now shooting this one into the Boston zone. Goes into the near side corner. Boston gets it around but can't clear now. Oh, they have a second effort. Elias Lindholm's on it. Buffalo's quick. They're pressuring. But eventually Boston able to curl around with it. McAvoy sends it through center, but they're offsides. Pasternak plays it into the empty net, but it's offsides, and Sabres take exception. Got to be careful. Don't take a penalty here. Don't take a penalty. Do not do that. Pasternak played it into the empty net. I understand that after the whistle. Do not let them goad you into a penalty here. Tage Thompson has not been on the ice. Tage Thompson and Zach Benson. Put them on the ice immediately. Put them on the ice immediately. I mean, we're not coming back, right? This is not happening. This isn't happening. There's no way. No way. Are the Sabres going to pull the goalie here? Are they going to keep him pulled? Looks like Seth Apper is trying to just organize. Did he just gesture for Lyon to go back to the bench or to the net? So Alex Lyon hops back onto the ice as this faceoff is just outside the Sabres zone. Probably for the best. Alrighty, so Elias Lindholm wins it, but pushes right into the Sabres end. Lyon immediately bolts for the bench, and Sabres are back to 6-on-5 hockey. Here comes Tage with a move over the line. He'll shoot one wide of Swayman. Goes to the far board. Sabres control, though. Thompson with a quick shot. Rebound sits in the crease. Swayman makes the save. That was dangerous from Dahlin. It was a high riser. Buffalo, again, just no traffic in front of Swayman. How do you expect to score on this guy? You can't. Ooh, it sat right down. Swayman didn't cleanly get that glove onto it. I mean, look at this. Yeah, I mean, it was sitting right down there. Norris was lurking. Couldn't get a clean swipe on it. I mean, you're probably talking about you need a goal here in the next 21 seconds. You need another goal. But Sabres have some 6-on-5 hockey as a surge of people join us. Sabres fans on their feet at the KeyBank Center. Sabres looking to mount an improbable comeback here against Boston. They did in Game 1. They need to win a faceoff. They can't. Puck is sat into the crease. Sabres, though, keep it in the zone. Here's Dahlin. Near side to Thompson. Down low. Gets it quickly back again. Shot on goal. Stopped by Swayman. Luukkonen wouldn't make a save. Here's Byram, though, keeping it in. Gets it to Quinn. Quinn, shots need to be on goal at this point. Quinn, put it on goal. He curl drags, shot, blocked in front. Bruins get to that rebound. They'll flip it high into center ice. Less than a minute to go now. Go, go, go! You gotta go! Here's Dahlin up the far side to McLeod. McLeod looking to center. He had Thompson there, but couldn't feed him. Now Thompson, back up top. Dahlin with a quick shot right on. Swayman pushes that out to the boards. Thompson again up top to Dahlin. Near side, Quinn. His shot was weak and got blocked. 30 seconds remain. Tick, tick, tick. Boston clears it. They get it forward. Here's Arvidson for the hat trick. Just missed. 23 seconds. Not nice somehow. 18 seconds remain. Down by 2. I think this is it. The Sabres tried, but it's going to be too little too late here. Byram bats it down. It's going to be a high stick here with 10 seconds on the dot. Boston's going to take Game 2, folks. Yeah, they're up. If only the Sabres could have played like this for the first, 50-ish minutes of the game. 55 minutes. I mean, that would have been nice, but yeah, this game is going to be over. This game is over. But Marco Sturm nearly had it. They nearly had it in game 1. Buffalo tried. They really did, but they lose a face-off here. Boston will play around with it. They'll flip it out one last time towards the empty net. And that's it. Boston wins game 2, ladies and gentlemen. The series is tied at 1 apiece going back to Boston. That is awful if you're the Sabres. Really, really awful if you're Buffalo. But, you know, wouldn't be the playoffs if you didn't have to deal with any adversity. That's sure what the Sabres are dealing with as we speak. They're going to have to soul search here because outside of 5 minutes in game 1, the Sabres haven't played well this series. So, that's mighty unfortunate. Boston, they could have wallowed down and died, but they didn't. They really didn't. And they take game 2 here, disappointingly. So, yeah. It's unfortunate. We all eyes turn to game 3 now at the TD Garden, a place where Boston rarely loses. And if they've given us this much difficulty here on home ice, I can't imagine what it's going to be like there. And Ken, for Lord's sake, this computer, stop messing around. I have to take an exam on this tomorrow. And I haven't seen anything in chat. I'm curious. That's weird. Chat's usually not this quiet, but maybe it's just YouTube being stupido. Being a little stupido. Oh, now I can't reach YouTube voice. But as you guys all head on out, I really do appreciate everyone joining me here for tonight's stream. Okay, this really just going off. Encoding overload? Consider turning down the video? Oh my god. I'm just trying to end the stream. Alright, maybe I can just end it from here. I appreciate everyone from joining. I can't see the chats not popping up on my screen for some reason. I feel bad because I have a sense that people are typing in chat right now, but I just can't see it. It's really unfortunate. But my computer is about to crash, so I'm going to try to end this as quick as possible. This is where I'd shout out everyone in chat, but again, here, maybe I can do this. Look at my phone, perhaps. Let's see here. I'm just glad the Sabres scored goals, to be honest. That's wonderful. All right, let's see. Let's see how much I've missed in chat because I haven't... Oh, my God, I missed everything. Your chat is malfunctioning? I guess. Yeah, I can't see any of it. I am sorry. I didn't see any of this. Look at all this crap. Not crap, not you guys. Apple counter for Nick. I didn't see any of chat. My chat was malfunctioning. What a damn shame. I'm so sorry. It's been off for a while. Yeah, I'm looking on my phone now. Didn't even realize. I thought everyone had just dipped. But yeah, this is a minor setback. But I'm going to end it here in a sec. My computer's just done. It's done. It said done. Enough. We got to end it here. But thanks again to Victor, Fleetwood, 99999999, Sawyer, Marcus, I believe, 17 Bruins fan. Everyone in chat is trying to tell me, no, we can't see us. He can't see us. No. Sorry, guys. Isaac was here. Jacob as well. Aunt P, we didn't win, but I hope you still subscribe. Yeah, my chat was just totally broken. Totem, User DX. Anyways, yeah, I appreciate you guys staying with me here. It was a tough game too, but these things happen in the playoffs. Anyways, I was Don. I'm gonna punch my computer after I turn it off and commit mass violence on it. But you guys won't see that. I'm very sad that chat disappeared. But thank you folks so much for watching. I was Don. This here is Buffalo Sports Center. Make sure to like and subscribe. I will see all of you guys probably on Thursday night for Game 3. I say probably. You never know what happens. I try not to commit myself 100% to stuff. We got to within 9 subscribers, though, of our next mini milestone of 3,700. Please feel free to contribute. I do appreciate it. But anyways, I was Don. This is Buffalo Sports Center. Have a good night.